back. The DMCK is slightly off his rocker tonight. We're running a bit late because of issues. We're arguing whether or not Gabi is a dragon and whether or not Sanokin's going to be killed for too many Steven Seagal references. How are we doing tonight, Bear? Yeah, that's them. Oh, yeah.
Yes. He will die for too many Steven Seagal references.
And what do you have to say about this?
I said it under fire, not under siege.
But you said it.
He'll be underwater in the toilet.
It's not.
Whoa. So we went by.
Time to die.
You want to hear something hilarious? We went to Goodwill and we were walking around and went back to where they had the VHS and shit. And there were freaking Steven Seagal tapes. They're like staring at her. It was hilarious.
He had already been back into the back of the store. I think he set it up.
That's a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
No, you need to start.
You're not denying it.
Steven Seagal.
I shouldn't have to.
You need to get the movie posters.
Cardboard cutouts.
Cardboard cutouts. I think I'll put a
Never needs a range target.
I will set fire to that shit in my front yard.
That's like probably a hate crime. He's probably Steven
Seagal
is probably some like victimized minority. He's like 0.001%. I don't know something.
I don't care. He's 100% asshole.
See, you guys are killing me. Last game, I had like about 25 different Steven Seagal titles in chat.
Yep.
Jokes.
Yeah, if you need to kill anybody, it's probably.
Well, his mother is of Irish descent and his dad Jewish. So, yeah, make of that what you will.
Yeah, Blood Wild and I usually go back and forth with him throughout the game.
Of course, Blood Wild likes to try and torture me with ABBA. So, someone told him, and I don't know who it was. I don't know if you son bitches told him about that. But this is Old Times Tavern. The only thing it really offends anybody here is really bad dice rolls. So we're offended like every week.
Yay.
Well, if you did have an I Love ABBA poster in your background, that probably wouldn't hurt you. You might want to stop doing that.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Tonight's going to be all kinds of special. I can just feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I need a drink already.
The bones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dad, you guys ready to reroll new characters?
Someone's expecting a dragon tonight, I think.
Someone might be disappointed.
You know what's funny? Sitting on my desk, I have a dragon stats, an AD&D dragon stats for a dragon that has never actually been seen by anybody but a few people and is assigned by a legendary game designer from the old school days. And
after he shat on a sword.
Now, did the dragon shit on his horde?
Oh my God! Could you imagine that? You come here, the ward. Oh my God! We just came up with a new dragon, the Warden Dragon. You come here, you find.
That's why clerks create water. They just drop a whole water on that.
But could you imagine running into a room and seeing this a beautiful horde, but then realizing it is intermingled with this caustic shit, like birds or something?
I create water. Let's wash all that out of here. Let's get rid of that.
It just takes the fun right out of the shit.
It's a lot of water. Remember what the Triceratops in Jurassic Park made?
Oh God! Who wants to be gold?
What a dragon does.
What is this dragon here? See how bad it is. Oh, it's only 6 D10. Claw 1D10. Bite 1D12. Tail 1D12. Wing special. Dragon breath special.
Oh, nice.
The good news is that
Domesticate dragon.
Sparky is rolling the dice to attack us with it.
First question.
We got like at least a 50% chance here that he.
Holy shit! This thing is absolutely brutal. The Dusty Breath of this dragon can be used 2 times a day. The death strips away hit points of those in its cone. Those that make their saving throw take 1d hit points of damage. Those that fail take a total damage of equally the current hit points of the dragon.
Tyler, Turn the fucking hall light. If you
Ah.
want.
Actually,
Oh.
can I befriend it? It's a burrowing animal.
I don't know.
It burrows. It can kind of dig holes, right? So I can make it my friend.
This is an undead dragon, so I don't know if it counts.
So it still counts. It still digs.
Well, are we having a tough time tonight? I know you're buried with a bunch of shit. If you came here for fun, you might be missing out because tonight is a total train wreck. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
late
well-
by like 10 minutes. Uh-oh.
I came today, and it is awesome. Just for the record.
Oh.
It's not context. You gotta add some context.
No,
It's got a remote,
it's
What
got a light.
so it's good, useful in the dark.
It's got a light.
And it's got a
Oh.
shock function
Shock function.
It shocks you.
and a vibration.
What kind
Oh,
of
wow.
That's a
And a beep.
given.
I was gonna say this
And you
conversation
can set
got
it to
dark, but
different
it has a
types of
light.
beeps.
That's something to build on.
what
man,
kind
for
of
being
lovers
interested in.
lane did you go to?
Whoa, I don't know.
It's a dog collar. Want to try it out?
Whoa, wait, what dog collar? Whoa,
Well, it's. I'm not gonna say.
whoa.
He kicked himself out.
You pushed the button too hard. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, at least it's not a butt plug with a shock feature.
Dude,
Says
I had to
you.
ban Wish from my Facebook because it kept giving me these sounding rod, butt plug, electrode combinations. And I'm like, who wants to do that to themselves?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
I mean,
their
I
sheep.
probably would.
apparently, your search function in Google.
You know what? We
I'm
could
not
actually.
to say, you
My
know,
Wish ads were convinced I was some sort of freak dude.
You know what? We could. You know
Because
what?
I got nothing that was designed for women.
if we were
Every
a hate
single thing I got
stream-
was for a man.
If we were a hate stream that just regurgitated drama, we could like take this like, why would people do that? And weird kinks and really segue into current TTRPG streaming controversy and drama.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh,
Let's not.
but I'm not going to let that rain on our parade today.
So where are we? We
Uh,
are-
I don't know.
I'm in my
Some
house.
weird-
people are training and stuff. And I'm
Okay, I wrote up a thing to. We're going to shift forward about 2 weeks,
They're gonna shit. Okay.
and if anybody wants to add to this or correct it or whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Get over here. 2 weeks have passed since Alfonso Woodcock was kidnapped, released, and led his disastrous assault on the party's house.
I can confirm that he does not have a woodcock.
Maybe it's one ridden with termites.
It is. It is not after Brynhild was done, he did not have a complete set. I'm just saying.
Hey, Brynhild never laid a finger on him though. He's still out there, maybe.
He's plotting his revenge.
Now the other one, his right hand, he got the shit beat out of him, and then the poor half ogre just.
Oh, there's a vault in the
He
chat.
needs to come back so Brynhild can give him a third ass whooping.
Oh Lord, what the half ogre needs to come back? Or
I mean, technically, there is no way that he escaped with us not noticing that he was dead, considering he was at like -8 when I was done.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
And many rounds passed before anyone could even move in that area because our mighty gnome blanketed
Mighty
the area
gnome.
and missed.
That being said, in that time, all traces of the Bronzefoots have disappeared. You've heard no rumblings about them, no rumors, nothing at all. And the weeks that
But okay, Sparky, but you gotta let us know: was there a corpse of Benny?
yeah,
at the end of
if
the
you
fight?
remember last week, there were corpses everywhere, and
Sure, but
everywhere
I think we would notice if there was a massive ogre corpse that just wasn't anywhere near.
C really wants to be sure that some bitch is dead.
I don't.
Flash?
I'm just worried about Pyle because he keeps coming back for Pyle, not me.
Well, if you remember the Thieves Guild made arrangements to come in and help dispose of all the bodies. A very sour, non-talkative guy came up and you load them all up. And I don't even want to think about the logistics of loading up a half ogre body, but they hauled him off somewhere. I don't know where. They probably threw him in the river.
Now, if they want to bring him back as an undead servant for them, that's their
business.
That's their business. I don't care.
Anyway, the weeks that have followed have been rather peaceful for the party. Lyra has been training under Imrael, carrying out odd jobs and learning new tricks of the trade from her somewhat grim and indifferent mentor. Though generally indifferent towards humans, Imrael does know talent when she sees it, and she's dropped more than a few hints to Lyra, as some of her skill could go places with Muddles Incorporated, but right now she is considered a initiate in the group, whether she likes it or not.
So this elf guy is trying to bring her into Muggles Incorporated?
Elf girl, yes. And even then, you haven't met the boss of this branch of Muddles. But,
Muggles?
Muddles.
Muggles?
God. This is not Harry Potter, damn it!
Expelliarmus.
Your own fault for making it sound so similar.
No, it's not. It's Mac Muddle's fault when they were playing back in Steve's game. That was one of Muddles Incorporated was a group that entered in the lore of Aaron. But she has also inquired about your cloak on more than a few occasions. Meanwhile, Barbara, Vigo, the dog, and Seeger the Stout have been trumping around the woodlands surrounding her reset. Like Lyra, she's been learning tricks of the trade from the more experienced Northmen. It's clear that Seeger's not only taken a liking to Barbara, but Pyle as well, having invited him along to track for them on a few occasions. Though he was impressed with the rangering skills, he could see room for improvements and introduced him to an experienced woodsman to give Pyle some pointers. So you will be able to track not just sand, but dirt with the best of them. And then...
You can track dirt?
Yes, he can track
dirt. So it's like dirt migrates from one city to the next. He's like,
he's on it. He's on it.
Okay.
But then there's Galileo Fizzlespank, who was finally summoned to Wilhelm the Magnificent's tower. The day following the whole
tower now?
He's always had a tower. He's got like the tallest building in the deal. It's like a 40, 60-foot tower. I've heard what the description of it was. But he was summoned to the tower following the Woodcock beatdown. But as soon as Fizzlespank entered the tower, the Elder Illusionist made his disdain for him clear. I'm only seeing you as a favor to Liliana. I know why she sent you. I know what you are, but can you tell me why I should teach you anything when you're little more than a gnomish sex toy? Grisnack the Bald. Ha! Unimpressive. You slayed a purple worm? I'm sure you do that every night in bed alone.
Ooh.
None of your so-called accomplishments impress me. Why should I take on an apprentice, you spoiled, useless little gnome? And like
he already little.
Yeah,
he's
like
little big gnome.
Yeah, he's like really abusive. But finally it came down to a challenge, a duel of illusionary magic, with Wilhelm daring Fizz to give him his best shot and boasting he'll take it easy on the youngster. Fizzle was not exactly the overwhelming victor, but his creativity and cleverness on the field of magic was enough to impress Wilhelm to accept him as apprentice for a couple of weeks. And after proving him, go ahead.
I would say you're not fooling any of us. Fizzle cast fog wall and like ran around and delayed the battle for so long. The guy was like, "Fuck! I give up.
But that's
you win."
It's kind of genius, though, isn't it?
It is.
You can't win on the battlefield if you can't see it. But after he proved himself, the relationship softened a little, and Wilhelm taught him quite a bit, not just about legionary magic, but he educates Fizzle about the region, the role it played in the Winter Dark War, and he starts speaking candidly about his belief in a looming threat from Ostrog to the north and the returning of evil from that place. He also bitches a little bit about another whom he visited a few weeks prior to Fizzlespank and the party's arrival. Yes, Tenkar had been in town. That's a story for another time. As for the other party members, well, they've been busy attending to other pursuits, whether it's rebuilding the cottage that it was mangled in the brawl, managing the crab meat venture, which is still being pretty successful, or just knocking back mugs of ale and enjoying some downtime. But the rumor mill has been quite active in the past few weeks. There's been reports of bandits, ogres, and goblins goblins wearing red caps, annoying the countryside,
Red caps.
and whispers of an awakening evil to the north. Foul things are afoot, people are saying in the streets. And there's also been about a half a dozen reported sightings of a very large dragon flying over the nearby countryside.
Right.
Huh, funny. See, was talking about dragons, and here be dragons. But the reports of marauding bandits and red-capped goblins have grown so much that they finally caused Lord Howe to be concerned enough to investigate them, which kind of leads us up to the current point. Now, I'm going to hit Lyra. Lyra, how did you resolve the situation with the bodyguard, with Sir Gunther, in his spicy letters of love? Or do you want to save that for off-camera discussion?
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about it, so
Useless. Minus 1,000 XP. You have lost a level.
I have been at work.
Wow.
Minus
Lyra is
5,000 XP.
Anyway,
You are now level 0.
Lyra dies.
You're
She's
an
never been born.
you're an NPC.
Laura ain't been born yet.
So,
Hello.
Hey, Sparky,
yes.
on the equipment list that you sent us, was that expert crossbow, was it a heavy or a light crossbow?
It is a light crossbow, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
never mind.
Yeah, like, fuck that. I don't want that thing. I mean, we'll
Light,
give plus
light
one.
crossbows are for like half-slings. I don't care that crap. It would be it would be embarrassing, like for a dwarf fighter to show up with a light crossbow. They'd be like, seriously, dude, really? You couldn't bring the big toys? You had to bring the kids version?
I'm trying to remember where that crossbow came from. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look.
It
At my
wasn't
notes.
an adult, that's for sure.
Anyway, the concerns about the marauding bandits, goblins, ogres, and lions, oh my, caused us Stuart Lockhart to summon the party and ask them if they would attend a fact-finding expedition that Lord Howe has decided to lead in the countryside to see if they can find any evidence of these attacks and shenanigans. What is how is the party going to respond? Is the party down for this? Do they want to go?
Yes. Go.
Brigfield is going to look concerned because she's fighting. She has encountered red caps before, but she's not sure how if these red caps are the same ones that she encountered. Because like she's reliving her past, but her past is being a lot different than what she experienced.
In effect,
before.
she is very confused.
So yeah, so she's like, like, okay, I know what red cap should be, but I don't know if these guys are the same guys. But she, if anyone suggests that we should go after these red caps, she's like, hell yeah, we should probably deal with these red caps because they're dangerous.
What's the rest of the party saying about this nonsense?
Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
So the day finally comes to mount an expedition, and you're told to assemble in the field of the manor house fairly early in the morning. And when you get there, you find
One request before we get going.
yes.
Everybody needs to have a fucking horse or pony or something.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
When you get there, you find
I mentioned I had I had Benny created into an undead ogre so that I could ride him into battle.
no.
I should have mentioned that, but that's what I had the elves doing during this time. He's now my undead ogre mount.
Uh-huh.
I think the gnome should be riding a donkey so he can get a piece of ass everywhere he goes.
He already gets a piece of ass everywhere he goes. Multiple pieces of ass.
Yep.
When you
Yes.
assemble on the
Oh, you took
field outside side of the manor house, you find about a dozen of the militiamen of the Lord Hal and about a half dozen of his knights. And they have horses assembled, and Stuart Lockhart is standing there, and he greets you. It's like, just in time. They were getting ready to depart. Who says what to whom, and what are we doing?
Wait, you guys are going with us? We have a whole contingent of knights?
Well, of course, Lord Hal is leading this, surprisingly.
Against goblins?
He's not convinced that this is anything more than village scuttlebutt, but he wants to see for himself. And not to say that I've not, I and certain advisors have not encouraged him to go see these troubles himself.
Do you know how embarrassing it is to have to bring a full contingent of knights to fight goblins?
He kind of gives you a stern glare.
I'm kind of disappointed in your defenses if that's what you think you need to defeat goblins. Do I need to contact my dwarven brethren and bring about like one or two of them over to help deal with that?
You can tell as you get that the steward kind of looks like he has that permanent look of indigestion on his face now, and he's like, and it's not about the important thing is that he sees this threat with his own eyes. If he sees the threat with his own eyes, he will take it seriously. Until now, he has not taken the threat seriously, and we would like him protected in case it's something more than just a few goblins.
I'm feeling judged by the cat.
An ogre?
He's a very judgmental bitch.
He glares at you, and he's like, if you feel it's overkill, you can go home. You can go take a nap, or whatever his dwarves of your stature do.
We just drink and mock you guys, and you run around with your knees all bent. Oh, it's a goblin. Oh, no.
It's going to be really funny. Ben Hill gets killed by goblins tonight. Oh, or even you get like little bust ups. Stewart's like, what's that? Yes.
Wait, I remember you. Weren't you the guy hiding in the basement while I was killing everything? I remember you.
He looks at you and he's like, what are you talking about?
That was Gabi who said that, right?
Gabi was taking a nap. He wasn't hiding.
Gabi was taking a nap. Gabi is there, but this is the steward to the realm, who really kind of.
I had no. Okay, then I did say that to him because I have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, he's just. He's just frustrated. He's like, and I would prefer overwhelming force to protect our illustrious leader than not enough. Is that so hard to understand, dwarf?
I brought overwhelming force when she like pats her axe in her hand. And if that's not enough, I got this big barbarian behind me.
He just walks away from you. He goes over to Lyra.
Mission accomplished.
He goes frustrated. He goes over to Lyra. And he's like, I have made arrangements so that you'll all have mounts. You do know how to ride, don't you? We're gonna find that out. We're gonna find out that for your dexterity rolls, because I am feeling like a dick tonight.
Wow.
Wow.
Tonight, you're a dick every night.
Good thing that Fizz is an expert rider.
Is he?
No, he's an expert rider or something.
He can stay on for more than 8 seconds.
Wow.
He can go a whole 9.5. But it's the most amazing. It's the hardest, most crazy 9.5 seconds of anybody's life.
Apparently. The ladies keep coming back.
I
horrify myself sometimes.
I'm horrified too. He says, he gestures over to the to a few waiting mounts, but you also notice someone else you've not really seen before. You notice a young man, Maybe I should bring up that freaking window.
Yeah.
This character. I hear squeaky toy.
Yeah. Thor's got one of the baby raptors.
Oh, it's a tough one tonight. Okay, well, we'll do it this way. Haha, I am
Thor,
smart.
come here. Come here, bud. Come here. Come
Maybe
here.
I'm not smart.
Thor.
Fluff.
No? Okay.
Oh.
I was going to try to show it on camera, but he won't bring it to me.
Share. So, you notice in the main group, you see Lord Hal making preparations to mount up. And you also see Sir Gunther, who kind of keeps casting some shady looks towards Lyra and the party because it's been weeks and apparently we've not resolved this whole letter situation. So, yeah.
I think she's going to hold on to him until she wants something from him.
But you also notice a younger man who's decked out in steel plate. And you notice there's something kind of looks familiar about him. You can tell he's probably about 17, 18 years old. And Sparky can't run the fucking thing. And he's standing there close to his Lord Hal. Does anybody ask any questions or of the steward who's still standing there?
I do.
What do you ask?
I ask him. So what is your guys' plan for taking out a contingent of goblins? I want to learn tactics so I can send it back to my dwarven brethren on how like a large army can defeat a small group of goblins, so we can more readily defeat them.
Steward Lockhart kind of looks down his nose at you and is like, "That is a military matter. You best ask Sir Gunther." And he walks off. But Fizzlespank recognizes the younger boy as Sir Edwin, Lord Hal's son. But you see him standing there between. You see him standing there with his father and Sir Gunther, the knight. You notice he resembles one of them. Which one do you think he resembles the most?
Not the one that's supposed to be his father.
Yes.
Fizzlespank.
Fizzlespank ain't been around long enough.
That's time machine.
I mean,
He does a time warp like a champ.
I mean, come on. Don't they look just alike?
Yeah, totes.
I mean, really, they look totally.
Ooh.
What?
He don't resemble the ginger, that's for damn sure.
Who's the ginger resemble?
Nobody.
Nobody you want to talk about?
Nobody I want to see.
Oh
Ugh.
boy! I could love triggering you. Anyway, so an order to mount up is issued. Let's start rolling dexterity checks. Bear, I want you to roll a dexterity check.
Sure. $13.
Yeah, you managed to scramble up a horse pretty well. But are you going to ride by yourself or make Barbara? Barbara can ride, as I recall.
I believe so.
So are you going to ride together?
Yes.
Sure.
Barbara, give me a quick roll just because I asked for it.
That would be a nat 20.
Oh yeah, she does that. You remember that scene in
Lord of the Rings, Legolas.
He does that that flip
Yeah.
flying bullshit. Bryn Hill, give me a dexterity check.
I would have gotten a 5.
you're struggling. You're trying to get up here. You're not doing so well. When Gabi comes up here with his hands and he, like grabs your ass and shoves you up onto the horse.
Oh, I get a whole horse. Nice.
Yeah, you get up. You manage to get a horse, and then
Okay.
Gabi's down in his little. He says, "Are you sure you can ride that thing?"
No.
This is
I
a
didn't ask for a horse.
this is a
I just got
City
put up
Slickers
on it.
reenactment.
Gabi goes.
I didn't even know dwarves could ride horses until I saw that Scott Chip novel, Volume 6. I was like, what? They can do that?
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
If it's a Scott Chip novel, what kind of riding is it?
I did not specify. I'm just saying, I had no idea dwarves and horses were involved together at all.
Whoa. Gabi starts going, psst, psst, pow, pow, psst, 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 pow. He picks up a rock and throws it at him. Get over here. I think the dwarf needs help.
I'm already on my horse, aren't I?
I think you're going to need help. You should make him guide the horse. What are you guys? I don't ride either.
So the
You
guy
want,
who-
you want,
the
you want me to do
proper-
what to his horse?
Whoa.
You two should ride together. Tip to butt.
What the hell is he talking about?
Gabi
Really?
It
plays-
looks kind of government. Are you a he or are you just like a fungus? What
Oh,
what
I
type
think we
of
should just.
guy?
I think I can ride on my own, and if need be, we can tie him down.
It's a good
Or
idea.
down.
And Gabi just like, okay, your problem, dwarf. And he wanders off towards Lyra. Pyle, throw me a dexterity check. Dwarvatars.
Wow,
You
at
start
least
having
it's not a 1.
you start having some trouble getting up, but you manage to like you kind of throw yourself up and over and kind of hunched over it for a second, and then a couple of the Lord's men come over and help you get straight up in the saddle. And they start giving you tips. It's like, Master Elf, Half Elf, have you ever ridden before? And then I was like, it's pretty apparent he's never ridden a horse. I don't know if he's ever ridden a woman. Probably not. And they start snickering. But they get you situated. And the group forms up and heads out. It's about a couple hours past dawn at this point. And you head off. And where's the map?
Whee!
Wee!
While the piggies scream going to market.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hated that commercial.
Hey, Sparky, Brindle's gonna keep a lookout on the scenery to see if there's any signs of like dragon, collateral damage. Like
Yeah, burned villages.
or other like trees that have been like uprooted or
Okay.
struck by breath weapons and that kind of thing.
Progress is slow. It takes about it takes a few hours before you reach the first village, and then it's actually the village that you remember the village you went to buy the horses for really for Jarek after you saved him on the roadside from the bandits. Remember that village? I think it was like
Yeah.
Home Grove or something. I forget. Should have written it down. You make it there, and things are pretty peaceful and calm until they realize that the mighty Count himself has descended upon the lowly peasantry. And he doesn't dismount, but he sends a couple of his men into the village to question them. Does anybody dismount to join them?
No.
It's just so comfortable right now. I'm not going to move.
Sure, why not?
Pilot heads out. Gabi is clung to Lyra on the back of the horse. Is Bryn staying up?
Yeah, I mean, it took her so much effort to get on the horse.
I was just thinking
I was
that.
gonna say, unless it's a dragon or goblin, she's not getting on that horse.
So Pyle goes with the men at arms, and they're questioning some of the villagers. Have you seen anything strange? Anything going on? Like, of course we've seen strange things. These roads are rife with highwaymen. They are robbing everybody blind, merchants and farmers, and it's just been generally awful. And well, some of the woodsmen they've been seeing goblins and ogres in the depths of the woods. Any redcaps? No. Does Pyle ask anything?
I'm just trying to keep an eye and see if I can see any hints of anything.
You don't really notice not much has changed since your last visit here, some couple months before. But they do seem quite annoyed and concerned about the growing dangers on the roads between Risset and Malfort, and they're pleading for help. They want something done. They want patrols, and they seem to be kind of glad to see it. At least there's this force out today, and they hope it's a permanent thing. Well, this is going on. Brynhild, from behind and to your right, you hear a voice go, "Dragon! Dragon! Look, a dragon!" What do you do? What all do you do? Because everybody hears it.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Okay, so I guess I'll turn around and look.
You see a couple kids there, and one of them screams, "Dragon! Dragon!"
Okay, well, I'm looking where he's pointing his hands.
And he's like, "Doors always look, doors always look." And then they take off running for you for a rock at him.
Fucking kids.
And the mortal words
Aren't they glad that I didn't pick up that light crossbow? I'm just saying.
Gobby mumbles in the mortal words of Bill Paxton, "Goddamn kids." You guys spend probably about 30 to 40 minutes there, and they gain a little bit of information and tell them that there has been some strange sighting reports of things to the south, and so the whole convoy loads up and they head down to the south. You guys are traveling, and our DM dice. The weather is nice and sunny.
Nice.
It is clear. You can see as far as your eyesight allows you. You're in a grassland, so there's forest to the east. Nothing really out of kilter. You know, there Pyle. You may notice some animal tracks and whatnot. But at one point, up ahead, one of the scouts calls out, "I have something! I have something! There's something strange here." You dismount.
No.
Yeah.
I'll ask him what he has. What he's found.
You're going to dismount and go down there.
Sure.
When you go down there, you find a pile of boots, and not just any boots. They're all left boots,
Okay, that's weird.
just piled up in the grass.
So someone left boots.
Check it out.
Yeah, some of them are kind of weathered. Some of them are look kind of new.
So we have a group of leftists.
Group of yes.
This is weird.
Are they empty boots?
There seems to be no feet in them. Could reach in to find out to be sure. Maybe you could reach in and find out.
Not for my horse. I can't.
I mean, you could get down. You could fall off.
I could poke him with my axe.
Just pick them up and shake it, see if your foot falls.
Hey, Pyle, can you check for tracks? See if you notice any tracks from unusual races that should be here.
Yeah, I can look around, see what I see.
Give me a track check.
Second. That'd be an 18.
That's actually really good. So, Pile, you start poking around. You have a little stick. You're poking around here and there, and you find some heavily weathered tracks that you can tell were probably from. They're anywhere from 4 to 5 days old. Yes, crack check, Blood. And they are leading off towards the woods. And because you have learned some tricks from Seeger's friend, you can discern that these are definitely humanoid tracks.
What size? Are they goblin size or are they human size? Or like human, like medium versus small size?
Who wants to roll a wisdom check on that? The
Oh,
tracker.
he's the
Pile,
one
roll me a
looking at
wisdom.
him.
Roll me a wisdom check on that.
3 on the die.
Wait a minute. That's hold on. Let me think. Let me think here. There's not enough bonuses for that. You don't have enough bonuses for that. You could have added your level. And I'm like, no. Could you add your forestry skill? No, that's not enough. It's still like only 7. They look. You think maybe they could be some sort of goblin tracks, but you're not sure. They're pretty degraded, and you can tell it's rained recently, and it's just hard to tell.
Well, I haven't looked at the tracks, and I have no idea what the tracks look like, but I did sleep in an inn last night. And I am convinced that they're goblin tracks.
So what are you going to communicate to the rest of the party?
Well, what would crazy goblins would do something like leave left boots? That's like a goblin thing to do.
If Gobby hears it, he's like, "That's offensive. That's a stereotype."
Maybe.
Look back at them. Stereotypes are based off of usually things that you.
Maybe.
Stereotypes are
Maybe.
stereotypes for a reason.
There's a bunch of amputees walking around. They only needed 1 boot.
Or
There's a bunch of one-legged goblins. The one-legged goblin.
the left-footed survivors of the Winter Dark Wars, or the right-footed ones, I should say.
They all just do the left boots and no pile because they didn't need them anymore.
Yeah. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, left foot? Like, leave them out in the grass.
They tried to find left-footed survivors, but they just couldn't find their soulmate.
Wah wah wah.
So, Pyle, do you think can you follow the tracks?
I can give it a try. Might be a bit
Wait,
sandy
no,
and rocky.
wait. Hold on. Night Protector. Do you think it would be wise for us to bring a contingent of knights after this to try to follow these tracks of these left-footed?
Sir Gunther looks down at you and it's like, "Do you think I'm gonna waste the talents of my knights upon a pile of boots? Are you crazy?"
When you could be chasing goblins? No, of course not.
This is clearly the work of some madman or mad woman.
Is
You
there any
want
fun?
mad men or mad women terrorizing your right-footed inhabitants? Because we know once they come for the left boot, they're going to come for that right boot later.
God damn it. Hey, Zoc! Go banhammer somebody.
Why?
Because somebody needs to be banned. And
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
I was just starting to like that music person too. They're growing on me.
Blood, what did you say to him? I was confused by bad people in chat. I got distracted.
Banhammer!
We
don't get to use that
Sir
very often.
Gunther pretty much just dismisses out of hand. He's like, if this group wants to go chase crazy people in the woods who have a boot fetish, that is your choice, but that is not what we are paying people for.
So after taunting him, Brenda will look seriously at the rest of the group and she'll be like, "Guys, do you think we should pursue this or not?" Because it seems kind of weird that someone would go through that much effort to make a pile of boots.
close to
But
a
it
town.
could just be
otherwise.
nothing. So it's up to you guys.
It's not.
What do you guys
It's
think?
about 4.5, about 3.5 hours from town, so it's not exactly close. It's close to the little village, though.
Well, still, that's a town. I didn't say city.
Barely a town. Oh my!
Well, all right, pile. Let's see let's see your ranger skills in action. Let's go chase these guys down.
What?
You can do it.
The knight says, "Fine,
Remount him.
chase your boot thieves. We will be heading back to the main road and heading
Oh,
east.
Yeah,
Aw.
boy.
If you decide to catch up, you can come along." Pile, roll me some dice.
Why does your breath smell like fish?
Whoa!
Pile.
Kyle,
Damn,
you
son.
follow the faint footsteps into the woods, and then you find a lot more higher quality track. They're more well defined and less weathered from the rain, so from the tree canopies, and you get a good beat on them. And you start following, or I presume, do you start following? Is
Yes.
the whole party going
Yes.
with them on this journey?
Well, I'm going.
Follow along. I mean, why not?
yeah.
We're supposed to be here to.
Find the
Marissa, you
boots.
want to let Thor out?
Gavi's like,
Tell her that.
every now and then he starts sniffing the tracks. Like,
They smell funny. They smell really funny.
Matt, do you ever come up with a group name?
no, I just call it the Cucumber Party at this point.
Well,
You guys could be known as the Bad Dragons.
Really.
I know what bad dragon is, but why would we be known as that?
As I'm drinking the party.
You guys might be known as the bad
That
dragon.
guy
That
might.
would be.
That guy might.
Which
We're the
one?
bad dragons because one gnome has a multiple collection of bad dragons.
Not pointing at me.
Well, true.
Not careful.
She got
Barbara
the-
might use him as a bad dragon.
Uh-oh.
You already got a harness for him. Wait, what?
And a clicker.
Well,
Don't forget the remote
Why?
control.
my pure
That's not for
dwarf
him.
don't need to hear that.
Mine neither. So, what are we? Are we following the tracks? What are we doing?
Well, I'm following Pile. He's following the tracks.
What is Pile doing?
I'm tracking
Uh,
and trekking.
the path leads
No.
about a quarter of a mile into the woods, and it starts veering off to the north a little bit. And you get to a point.
No. Get out.
I'm distracted by the dog. You get to a
Me
point, and
too.
then right about eye level, you see a boot hanging from a limb.
Is it a left boot?
It is a right boot.
Dun dun dun.
Plot
Mm.
thickens.
Oh,
There's a new amputee.
the pot shifts to the other foot.
And
Flipwell wants you to give your balls a tug.
ow! There.
Slam him in the door and walk away.
That is not a tug. That is a slam. Is not a tug.
When you start walking away, it is.
So, what do you guys do when how do you approach the boot?
With caution.
Who approaches it?
Not me.
Nope.
The right way. I'll see myself out.
Yep.
My brain's failing me. I was trying to work lacing into it, but
Well, shouldn't you have Lyra? Lyra, wouldn't you be the best suited to check out the boot in case it's trapped?
I mean, a
Because
ranger.
goblins are well-known tricksters.
I will, as I notice the
hell?
boot, I will
distracting as fuck.
check the nearby area, especially towards the base of the tree, for any For some reason, random trap out in the middle of nowhere.
Give me a trap check.
Man,
That's
Kyle's
pretty
on
good.
Fire.
He's rolling really good tonight. Great. He's playing real terribly when it really matters. You rummage around looking for traps. You don't find any traps, but you find a rusted fork.
A fork.
A fork.
Is it in the road?
No, by a tree.
Does it come with a singing crab?
No.
Hmm.
But you do notice the tracks continue past the hanging boot. Does anybody examine the hanging boot that seems not to be trapped?
Sparky, with my extensive knowledge of goblins, having fought them for many generations and having an extreme hate towards them, as reflected by my +1 to hit on all goblins, I was trying to see if that hanging boot is displayed as like a totem or sign for like a goblin tribe.
You are very puzzled. You don't think of anything like that, but you find it kind of odd because it's about 6.5 foot off the ground, and you're wondering how they got up there and hung it. If maybe they climbed up the tree and dropped it down, or if there was goblins on top of goblin shoulders. It strikes you as strange.
Hey, Pyle, this is very strange that these are so far up there. Could you maybe take a look around to see if there are other humanoid tracks besides goblins around?
Or
Like
do you want me to
Fat
check for?
Boys.
Do you want me to check for power lines too?
Sure. I don't know what a power line is, but if you can find one.
Well, I've known boots to be stuck up there before.
Well,
Like I said, are there frat boys around?
so the path had turned north, and you notice that the tracks continue that way.
That's the image that caused Pyle to knock himself out the first time he met our half-ogre friend.
No.
I know the damage a boot can do. So was he able to look for new tracks?
He can tell there's tracks heading in a northward deal past that one.
But I mean, are they still goblin tracks?
They are the same tracks, but they seem a little odd.
So what's odd about them?
They just, based on his knowledge, they just strike him as strange in the sense that maybe they're not in at the right depth, considering the composition of the ground, like the weight is off, or that they're moving strangely. They're goblin tracks, but not goblin-like in every sense of the word.
Okay, I'm going to try to think. Am I able to make a check to see if I can think of any races that are similar to goblins in weight or size that are heavier?
Not to your knowledge offhand, or to the end.
Sure.
So, does anybody? Come on. What's the plan? Are you going to follow the path? Are you going to mess with the boot? What are you going to do?
Does anyone really need to touch the boot? Because I wouldn't recommend it.
Like, okay, what's wrong with these tracks to be goblin? Are they too big? Are they too deep?
Are
they too small?
They seem to be. It kind of varies. That's what's really off-putting about them. It seems like maybe it's a goblin with a bad limp. Maybe it's a gimpy goblin.
We're getting a new goblin, aren't we?
Yes.
Gimpy.
Now you're getting a raptor.
Well.
Oh,
we'll kill it.
And Vigo the dog is with you, by the way. I forgot to mention. The cleric is not. The cleric stayed home. He's still getting his armor repaired.
Mocha, it's not going to fit through there.
Is Vigo a hunting dog?
Yes.
Can Pyle use him to help him track? To give him bonuses?
Barbara will have to assist, because one of the things Sigurd helped train her on was how to handle and command Vigo.
Okay.
Would you guys be willing to work together to track these guys down?
Oh,
Barbara's always happy to be needed.
so happy.
happier to be wanted.
She's a happy barbarian.
She's just
kinda
happy.
She's like Tyrus.
She looks adding little happy trees in her paintings. She's just happy.
Yes. So, Pile, you can do a +2 on top of your track checks with the dog.
Okay.
Vio comes over and coughs a bunch, and he takes a really good sniff of the ground, and let's see. And he takes off following that trail, going.
Hmm.
And Pile, you're gonna have to keep up with him. Gobby's like,
I don't want to do this running around.
should have kept the horses. Stay on the horses. What are you guys following rapidly?
Well, yeah, we're gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for the rest of the guys, but I mean, I think we're probably just gonna follow Pyle wherever Pyle's leading, since he's the ranger, and wherever he and Barbara are leading.
About 5 minutes pass as you are the dog's leading, Pyle's following, the party's following Pyle, and you come to a point where there are two left boots hanging like astride the path.
Yeah, at this point, I'm definitely looking for traps or ambushes.
Does the path split?
Huh? No, it does not split. It keeps going and weaving around in the woods.
Okay. Now, Berkey, I speak Goblin. So is this a Goblin? Like, would this be a Goblin sign, so to speak? You know, like hey,
like the natives who bend trees.
Right.
Not that you know, and you got a goblin.
I thought he was a dragon. I thought he was a dragon. Is he a dwarf, an elf, a dragon? What is he today? I don't know.
That'd be funny if you started taking on the parents of a dragon, just like a little bitty dragon.
Okay, Lyra's gonna look at Gobby and go, "What the fuck is with the shoes?"
He looks like, what? What are you looking at me for?
You're a goblin.
You think goblins have some sort of shoe fetish?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
That's kind of offensive. Have I ever stolen your shoes? Have I ever stolen them at night and pet them and stroked them? What?
When Lyra sleeps, Gobby sniffs the shoes.
He's like, that is offensive and a lie, you little gnomish piece of...
Shoe sniffer.
Glue sniffer.
Oh, I got an idea. Can the dog sniff the shoes and see if that tracks back to where we need to go?
Who wants to? Somebody's got to cut it down.
Don't look at me.
And Lyra, would you be willing to check to see if these boots are trapped before I pull these down?
Sure. She'll look for traps.
Roll me a thing.
Why not just throw the gnome at him?
That's 18. Yeah, 18.
You check the area, and as far as you can tell, you are reasonably confident there are no traps.
Well, having full confidence in Lyra after seeing her ability of being able to abduct gnomes with 0 to no problems, I will confidently pull down those boots.
You cut it down, and it kaplunks to the ground.
And I will present it for the dog so that the dog can sniff it and track
The
it.
dog sticks his nose down in the shoe and talks about, like, like a hard inhale.
Ooh.
It's like dog goblin crack.
Dog goblin crack. There you go. The dog sniffs it really good, and he kind of looks confused, but then he carries off. He's kind of sniffing the ground again, and he picks back up on that same trail that you've been following. It takes another it starts turning to the northwest, going deeper into the woods. Things are getting thicker. There are more brambles, and the canopy above is thicker. And by now, you guys have been chasing this for about an hour and a half. Um,
Are any of the King's dudes following us? Or are we just like
no, they look at you like you're crazy.
Remember, they sit on the road because that's where goblins always hang out.
So,
It's right
you
in the middle of
finally-
the road.
So you finally come into a bit of a clearing, but it's heavily canopied. It's like, say, about a 60-foot by 60-foot clearing with tall branches that cover it. It. Not very much lighting it down. And in this clearing, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of boots hanging from the limbs, just dangling everywhere.
weird?
It's the boot fairy.
This is really weird.
What do you say? What do you do? This is really weird. Gobby's like, there are no goblins spastic enough to do anything like this. This is bullshit.
Okay, so what is your theory?
Asking Gobby.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know.
What would impersonate a goblin and throw shoes everywhere?
He's like, what wouldn't? I don't know.
Kobolds.
Kobolds, nasty kobolds. It could be, maybe kobolds. Kobolds are always trying to make goblins look bad. Because kobolds smell so. Like making a fist at you.
Not my fault. Everybody knows goblins are bad.
Maybe halflings, because that's the only other race more pathetic than a goblin. I don't know.
Do you guys try to interfere with any of the hanging boots, or try to cutting him down, or do anything to him?
Nope.
I'm looking around at this clearing. Is this a natural clearing or is this a cleared clearing?
It seems fairly natural to your eyes. And you notice that these same tracks, they don't really lead off anymore. There's tracks going here and there, and they're all kind of jumbled up at this point. And the dog is sat in the middle of the clearing. He's panting.
Do they lead away from the clearing anywhere?
They're so mixed up. Pyle, give me a check. You kind of pick up what you think is the freshest ones, but as you're sitting there poking and probing the dirt, do you hear, no, leave my shoes alone! Leave my shoes alone! You'll destroy everything! You'll ruin everything! And you look up, you see a half-naked man with a very long, straggly beard and bushy hair with leaves and branches and stuff come running out. He's basically wearing like a kind of flappy loincloth thing, and he's covered in mud, and he's carrying a staff. He's like, what are you people doing in my woods?
I'm
What are
going
you
to
doing leaving
dismount.
shoes everywhere?
They are the honor of the Fae. The Fae, they are tricksters. They love good pranks.
Yeah, I'm going to dismount. I'm going to go to one of the piles. I'm going to take one of the shoes.
There's no piles. They're all hanging from the trees. Way
I can't
above your, this issue is above your head.
Oh.
You got to be this high to ride this ride. Sizzle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're all high. I know that.
Lady Liana said that, but I didn't stop him.
Didn't stop him at all. He still climbs Mount Everest.
It's easy.
Both of them. Okay, what are you doing? Fizzle, somebody, I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to get off the horse.
Get off that high horse.
Get off your high horse.
Yeah.
Saw.
What?
I'm waiting for the. It's such a long fall for the gnome. He hasn't hit the ground yet, I guess. Clunk, you're on the ground. What are you doing?
I'm talking to you, Fizzle.
Fizzle's back. Bear.
Climbing.
Mm,
Did
doesn't
he
know
fall off his horse yet?
I think he survived. I think he's got a concussion. He's blacked out.
it doesn't black out. I get off the horse, and I'm going to roll you a dexterity check. You want it?
Roll one. Damn, he lands like a cat.
Yeah, superhero landing.
You land on the ground. What are you doing?
Well, since I can't reach the fucking boots,
You're gonna kill the guy that hung on there.
but what's this nonsense about the Fae? Why would they want boots? That makes no sense.
The guy comes over. He like bends over and gets like nose to nose with you, like totally punch. Like, because it would amuse him to see people chasing and looking and wondering about boots. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's my greatest work yet.
It's stupid.
You're stupid as you're ugly. He bonks
Your
you on the
mom is
head.
ugly.
He. Whoa!
It's all fun and games till you brought mom into this.
Whoa!
That was uncalled for.
He bonks you between
It
the eyes of his staff.
escalated.
He bonks you between the eyes of his staff. He's like, "Well, you're a foolish little gnome. Gnomes are not funny. Just funny looking." And he pulls away and he looks around at the party. It's like, "You haven't touched any of my
Put some
boots, have you?"
pants on.
And he's walking around, and that flap is flapping. There's like nothing left of the imagination, and it's a foul odor.
Ugh.
Goblin's kind of like, you think goblins stink? And he's wandering around with his stick. He says, "Go away now, go away. Don't touch my boots." And you notice he is wearing a right boot.
No left boot.
No. He's looking at all of you, and he seems very testy. He's like, "I still have much work to do. You need to go away so I can."
How
finish
many boots roughly are those?
Probably about a dozen.
Okay, Brynhild's gonna look at him. Say, "Hey, buddy, that was a pretty good joke you played. Did you create all those boots yourself?"
No, it's amazing how many boots you find on the ground from dead travelers and bandits and things. And there's all kinds of violence these days. You find them, and people just leave boots. They leave perfectly good boots. They leave
Well,
perfectly good boots, and I collect them.
We're looking for right goblin boots.
Ha ha!
And if
ha.
I can find those, we'll leave you all the left goblin boots. If you can. if
He's
there's
like,
any-
"Oh, goblin. Did that confuse you? The goblin tracks?"
No, we were following the boot tracks. We didn't know what was leaving them. But after seeing your funny joke, I fully appreciate the length you went through to try
So
to
he
confuse
takes
people.
off, he runs over into the tree line, and he comes back with these two boots. And on the bottom of them, he has created these very crude looking goblin feet that are strapped to the bottom of these boots. And you realize this is how he has made the tracks. That he has set up this thing. And as this is going, you start hearing giggling in the tree lines surrounding you.
That was a well-played joke, sir. Well done.
So said another wizard, I would nuke the tree line.
Oh yes, piss off the Fae. That's always a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah, you hear this high pitched giggling, and you recognize it because you encountered that group of pixies and nixies and whatnot way back when you took Penrod and the other guy to be properly reincarnated.
Hmm.
He's like-
you guys know these particular Fae?
Apparently.
Brynhild says to
Of
those
them.
she doesn't.
Gavi's like, we've had an encounter or two with the Fae of these woods. They're everywhere, I tell you.
Well,
Yeah,
if they're that present around here, probably not a good idea to make them mad.
The strange guy is like, "Hi, will you leave now?" Here, and he has also this kind of knapsack that's strapped around his shoulder, hanging at his hip. He reaches in there and pulls out this very funky looking, jerky looking substance and offers it to Brynhild. It's like, here, you have been entertainment today to me and the Fae. Take this and leave.
This is your reward. Go away now.
So, full well knowing that this is probably another practical joke, she knows that to play along. She has tonight. Her girlfriend has made a long process about talking about the Fae, and I kid you not, Amethyst has gone on rant after rant after rant about the Fae. And telling us what to look for, and what not to, blah blah blah, and Brindle just like, yes, okay, and so she'll eat the jerky as to appease the.
So you start chewing on it, and it's like the toughest jerky. It's like a $2 steak, but it's very flavorful.
Okay,
But
thank you. It tastes like-
What kind of meat is it? Because this could be anything.
oh, you have no idea.
No, she's
Mystery meat.
she's not. She would not be surprised if she was told it was jerky au bout. To be honest, yeah. So she'll do her part, and she's like, "So, I am sincere though about our offer to track you down more boots. If you've seen these goblins, they have red hats on. We're looking for them, and if I find them, I'll be more than happy to give you all the boots you can ever want."
He kind of gives you a crazed, cockeyed look, and he scratches his really matted, nasty hair. Then he scratches his balls, and he's like, "Goblins, goblins, goblins." He says, "There's a goblin there," and he points at Gobby. He's like, "But he's not wearing a red cap. Not a red cap, not at all." He says, "Goblins, goblins." Yes, he says, "There's been goblins on the roads, and strange goblins. These goblins that are not goblins. They're very strange. I've seen them at night, wandering around in the wilderness, doing things, sneaky things. I don't know." And he points to the north. He's like, I've seen things that way. The further you go towards the Blacktooth Ridge, the more you see strange things and ogres and just strange things indeed. These woods are dangerous. There are many dangerous creatures and dangerous fae and friendly fae and
You are obviously wise in the ways of Fae. Thank you for your information.
he scratches himself again and jets a hand out to you like, "Hey, thank you for complimenting me."
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
And she pretends like that he's giving her a gesture, and she does the same thing but doesn't grab his hand.
He's like, "Hey, you're first dwarf I've seen in a long time. Strange customs. Must be from being on ground too much. Now go away, go away. You'll scare off the next batch of weirdos."
Nice. All right, guys. We mentioned the same area that we were already planning on going to eventually in the Black. Would you say the Black Ridge? Guys?
The Blacktooth Ridge is
Blacktooth Ridge.
many days to the north, but
Yep.
from where you are right now, you can extrapolate that. You can probably link back up with the main group within an hour or two of a good ride.
All
As
right,
long
guys. Here's the question: do we really want to link back up with a bunch of goofballs?
Guys,
They're not gonna.
they are
they're-
paying.
They're what?
They are paying us usually.
Are they?
Usually, yes. Either in
Those
gold or
are-
influence.
All I know is that those are the kind of guys that get you killed. Because they end up they go in, they're all dressed nice, they all look nice, and then you get into combat and they don't know what they're doing, and they end up charging everybody which way willy-nilly because they don't know how to fight goblins. And what good are goblins? Why are you using mounted cavalry to fight goblins? That doesn't make
Well,
any
not all of
sense.
them are mounted. The foot soldiers were afoot. It's just that the knights and the nobles were like, we're too important to walk with the riffraff.
It would be wanted.
And I mean, there are knights too. So. And the knight, you could presume the knights were mostly there to protect Lord Hal and his son.
Yeah, so exactly, they're going to be more than willing to walk into any willy-nilly trap because they're not going to be looked because they're going to think you're better than goblins to look for goblin traps.
Come on.
All I'm saying is that in my experience, these kind of guys never do well against actual goblins in an unfair fight. And I doubt these goblins are looking to take on a bunch of knights in a fair fight. You gotta think sneaky like a goblin. You can't just walk around with a whole bunch of cavalry like, oh, we're gonna win the day. When the goblins are probably gonna have a whole bunch of traps, a whole bunch of arrows, probably a whole bunch of poisoned arrows. You're not gonna want to just walk
Gabi
right
sits
into
there
that.
like, the goblins in this region, they don't use poisoned arrows. Too much
Oh,
effort.
I'm happy to hear that. Trust me, I'm more than willing not to get shot with a poisoned arrow. That said, goblins are still tricky.
Yes, they are. Very tricky people we are.
So they're going to have a bunch of pit traps. They're going to have a bunch of spike traps. They're going to have a bunch of trap traps. They're going to have traps on traps. And those guys on their fancy little horses are going to go prancing right along the road and end up getting snapped up by a bunch of traps.
Gabi says, I'm not sure. I think they'd be more likely to send us in. I mean, they brought us for a reason.
Well, they have their foot soldiers. They'll send their foot soldiers in before they send us because they're paying us.
Gabi
But
goes,
they're willing to sacrifice a whole bunch of people to prove a point that they suck.
what's the rest of the party saying about this? Now, Lyra might be of a particular persuasion because Stuart Lockhart asked her personally, and she has built up a pretty good rapport with him.
She'll
So
go
how
ask
does he-
him, so what's the plan?
What's the alternative plan then?
Not much.
Well, wait. What kind of relationship does she have with this guy that she could ask him his battle plans? Are we talking battle plans or in bed plans? Because those are
Whoa,
No.
whoa,
Completely
whoa,
different.
whoa.
Lyra ain't the whore of the group.
That's
You can make
Fizzle's
it
job.
so she'll
She'll
look
leave
at
that to
Fizzle.
Barbara and Fizz.
Fizzle, what kind of plans does Lord have?
How the fuck am I supposed to know? I don't talk with him.
Lyra has a professional
But you know his
working
wife,
relationship.
right? Aren't you sitting with his wife? Maybe she's like leaking.
But she doesn't talk about this stuff, and I'm not interested in it. So
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
not between
He's
her
only-
legs, so he don't care.
He's only interested
Oh.
in storming the barrier peak, the Twin Peaks.
Wow.
But
All right, so out of curiosity, guys, since I don't know all of you guys all that well, are any of you experienced goblin fighters? You might be. I'm just curious.
I mean, they killed a lot of goblins at Bylon Knock or
Pyle
that
probably
temple.
still has the ears.
Yeah, Pyle
Okay.
can open up a deal and show you his bag of like 25 goblin ears that he's still carrying around.
Nice,
They make good targets.
excellent, good. So you guys are you know what they're like then.
And Gabi's like, yes, and they captured one.
Yeah.
and he stuck around
They
afterwards. for
enslaved
free.
the goblin. They were terrible people. They enslaved me. They put me into bondage, and here I am.
You
How are you in
enjoy it.
bondage? What's keeping you here?
You can always leave.
What's keeping you here, buddy?
It's
Tyler
the
Clark.
shows. He sniffs
He's
them
like-
at night.
He's like things and stuff are keeping me here.
What?
Things and
No,
stuff.
that's not keeping you here. That's you're here because you're getting paid. You can leave anytime you want.
Shush, dwarf. And he gets annoyed and turns his back on him. But in Lyra's case, the steward had probably stressed that he wanted a competent group to go with the party, with the little expedition that's on a fact-finding mission. So that's the knowledge she would have. I don't know about the rest of them. You guys will have to figure that out amongst yourselves. As you're standing here in the middle of the woods.
Well, she'll tell him that, that's why we were invited, according to him.
Do you trust him?
She does.
He's not
Doesn't mean
steering.
anybody else has to, but he hasn't
He's
let
not
her
really
wrong
giving
yet.
them. He's not really giving the party any. Not steered him wrong, and he's generally honored whatever
Well, okay,
promises he's made.
maybe I'm phrasing that wrong. Not that you trust him, but you trust his judgment.
Yeah, because he's pretty sure that the I don't know, Duke or whatever is fucking crazy. So, just pretty much
I've never
agreement.
met the Duke. Is the Duke crazy?
The Count isn't so much crazy as probably incompetent and a bit
Yeah.
naive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
You guys kind
So,
of you kind of know that Stuart Lockhart is really the one that's kind of him, Liana, and Wilhelm the Magnificent are kind of the ones. They're kind of the Shadow Council trying to keep the realm from flying apart because of his excessive spending.
so what would you suggest we do, Lara?
I'm sorry.
What would you suggest? What path do you think we should follow here? Since you know him better than the rest of us.
I'm whichever one he suggests we go with is where I would want to go, but
Well, the option is, they were going back to, they were canvassing the main road from Haruset to Malforton, which is where you guys started
Right.
off. So 25 episodes ago. Yeah. 5 times 2.5 hours per week.
yeah. Okay, so
It's that, or do your own, come up with your own plan.
so
We
they're
should
wanting to
get-
just stick along the road, not go off the road at all.
Well, Sir Gunther said, if you idiots get tired of chasing Boots, we'll be returning to the main road heading east. Yes, heading east.
Well, I mean, this boot didn't lead us to anything
No.
adventurous. So
And
No, actually, it actually gave us a lot more information than you think.
you do know that there are a heightened presence of goblins and other strange goblins that are not goblins in the woods.
And also let us know that that the Fae are very active in this area.
oh yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys kind of knew some of that.
Well, I did know that.
Well, you did.
So it was.
That's for your time.
So we're wanting him to realize how dangerous these roads are, correct?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's dress up
Okay.
as goblins and attack them.
No. Sort of where I'm going, but not quite. So we could always enlist if Gabi were willing, and to go find an encampment of goblins
Oh my
and
god.
inform them that this, looks impressive but is dumb as shit group was traipsing down the road.
What?
And then
So-
Gabi could just, dip out.
And he'll
come
look
back to us.
confused. What? If we find a goblin camp, why don't we just kill them all?
Well, we need the Count to pull his head out of his ass.
Goblin's like, wait. You want me to help you find a camp of goblins to enlist them so they can die?
Yes.
He's like, I don't really like my kind a whole lot, to be honest with you. But
You're not a
That's
goblin.
cold even for me.
You're like a dwarf or an elf or a
What's-
dragon or whatever you are.
why am I
You're not
dragging
a goblin.
Yes, I am. I mean, goblins, you are a dwarf. I have goblin pride.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
I-
Because you don't look like a goblin half the time. I never try to pretend I'm not a dwarf.
It's like, yeah, but they won't lynch you in most towns. They might lynch
Yeah,
you in my town.
They've tried.
He has an identity crisis.
He said, I have a little green flag. You show it to you.
Little green flag.
Wow.
Oh boy.
He pulled out the green card on you. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
It's better at the green card in his big green cucumber. The
That is true.
BGC.
Oh boy.
BBC, right? So, do we really think that Gabi here could find other goblins out in the wild and come back? Dude, you got your ass handed to you by a bunch of gnomes in that last fight.
Gobby says, I didn't. I was
Yeah, you
asleep.
did.
I was taking a nap.
You woke up, came out, and got obliterated by a bunch of gnomes.
I didn't. The priest did. I saved the priest's
And
life.
you remember you forgot all those wounds you took?
He's like, look, he said, I was perfectly fine.
After you healed yourself, maybe.
Shh. And they weren't gnomes, they were humans. So there. Totally different. I mean,
Either
human
way.
henchmen working for gnomes. I mean, but that's totally different.
Anyway, that would mean you would have to be able to track as well as Pyle. And Pyle's been on fire with his tracking ability lately. You have to be able to do that. And then also go in there and convince them to go attack some humans. Really?
Gobby's.
You're wearing a lot of hats, buddy. A
Gobby
lot
says-
of hats.
Gobby says, could I convince them? Probably. There is a card I could play. But will I? He grumbles a bit.
We did bring you along when we first found you.
He looks at you like, so?
Be a good, motivator to keep coming along.
Is that a fret pile?
No incentive.
I don't know. I'm not sure I like this idea. And what if something goes wrong? What if a goblin, they take a goblin survivor and say, oh, the human, they hired us to do this. Ah! How do you think that's going to go over?
Par for course with goblins.
It's not my neck, it's your neck.
I'm not a human. I'm good.
You're part of this party. They'll hang you. Remember our bugbear friend? Not what a bugbear. Our hobgoblin friend.
Goblin, yeah.
You'll be joining him on the tree.
When was that guy our friend?
He gives you a look like, shut the fuck up. Gnome.
Oh, he was better than a half ogre.
He looks at Pyle and says, well, at least none of us kissed the ground that ogre walked on. Guy says, I'm not comfortable tricking my own people. I mean, if I have to kill my own people to do the things that we need to do sometimes, I don't know. But this, I don't know, seems dirty and prone to issues. And sorry,
All right.
muted.
All right, Brynhild's had enough of this guy. She's going to walk up, lift him by his scruff, move him over to the side. Guys, if God can find him, we can find him. Why don't we go find and kill a bunch of goblins? What do you guys think about that? Because those knights aren't going to find a goblin camp walking along the main road.
Or we could just join them again.
Join them, like the humans, walk around. I mean,
Yeah.
like on horse.
Easy paycheck.
Okay, well, guys, let's have. What do you guys think then? Should we just go?
At this point, Gobby's walking off into the woods. Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Oh,
Oh, that's a shame because if I find you in that goblin camp, I'm going to kill you just like the rest.
He said, good luck with that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what that ogre said.
You don't have an axe big enough. And he's just like sprouting off all the way until you can't hear him anymore.
Guys, do you want? What do you want to do? What are you up for?
Don't speak
Whoa,
all at
guys.
once now.
I know. well, that's always been the problem with our group is that we've just been overly motivated. We just can't stop. We just got to do it and keep charging along at full speed. Well, I mean, if you get, we can easily get a paycheck with the rest of these guys. You know, with the rest of those humans. It doesn't bother me any. I'll take their money.
Oh, that's why it's not working. No map associated with it. Okay. So Bren wants to go randomly find goblins to kill. Fizz says, "Hey, it's paycheck. Let's go home." Lyra seems to be leaning that category, so that leaves Barbara and Pyle. What do they think?
Go ahead and catch back up with the rest of the group. Which is, I mean,
Yep. It's gonna be easy money.
yeah.
Okay,
I like easy money.
Sparky.
Yep.
Brynhild is going along with this plan, but she also knows goblin tactics and knows that we will eventually run into those same goblins, being
Mhm.
attacked by them instead of attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to be on the lookout, especially looking out for goblin
She's
ambushes.
extra on the lookout.
Right.
And in that note, roll initiative as you're attacked by a couple hundred kobolds.
Sweet.
No,
That's a lot of EXP that we're going to get.
Get out of the
I
kitchen.
think they're like 5 XP a pop or some shit.
Or
They're not.
you could find some goblins, talk them into attacking the other group, and do nothing. Have the goblins wipe out the knights and Howie.
And then you go back and marry Lady Anna and become the count of Rosette. I see where this is going.
No.
Yeah,
And think of all that sweet loot we'll get from the knights.
you find out it's all made in the equivalent of China.
This isn't
They're
real
plastic.
armor. This is knockoff armor.
It's plastic.
It's
So are you
Faber mache? What is it? How do you say?
mache?
Paper mache. It's paper mache.
Paper mache.
Armor.
So are you gonna try to make it back to that group and find them?
Yeah.
So you guys spend the next 2 hours trumping through the woods. You encounter some wildlife and some strange noises, but you don't really find anything too out
Why
of
would we
place.
stomp through the woods instead of going back to the road?
Because the path it took, it kind of went like this. It kind of went to the southeast, then curved back up to the north.
Okay.
So you would actually be saving time, assuming Pyle can guide you through it, and not get lost. Pyle, give us a tracking check. Rolls at 1.
Not so bad.
It's not terrible.
Well, he keeps you in the general direction, and you guys make it to the tree line within about an hour, and you start moving north. You eventually find the main road, and you find the group about a little after noonish, and you find that they have made camp, or not so much made camp. They have stopped to and enjoy some water breaks and eat a little bit of rations, and they're sitting around. Lord Hal is conversing with his son and Sir Gunther. What are you guys doing?
Walking up.
Sir Gunther turns and looks like, "Ha! The mighty boot hunters! Have you returned with your quarry? Will you supply us all with a fresh supply of right boots?"
Yes.
No, the guy likes his right boots.
We killed the shoe monster.
Shoe monster, mess, little gnome. And you can when you speak, his whole demeanor like gets worse. He looks at you, looks down at you,
I'm going to murder
like
him in his
purposely
sleep.
looking down his nose at you, like, "You little son of a bitch." It's like, shoe monster, likely story, just like you killed a good snack the bone. And then another night start laughing at you.
Yeah, we did.
And they
You
all
want
sit there. They're all sitting there going. The other knights are sitting there looking at each other like this, making this sign at each other. And they laugh some more, and they color spray all of them.
I still have my
Says the guy riding a horse and using a lance to fight goblins. Or whatever.
He looks
That
at.
said,
He gives
we
Brynhild a
did-
look. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do with them.
That said, sir, we did find out what was behind the boots, and we also found out that, probably not unsurprisingly, but we're being tracked by Faye. They're looking to cause mischief, so be on the watch.
He
for
rolls his
practical
eyes at
jokes.
you. It's like, everybody knows the Fae are coming to these woods. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to our lands. And he's like, thinks anything fighting them with a lance. He gestures to the lance to mount on the horse, but he has a two-handed long sword on his back. He says, Master Dwarf, with all due respect.
Mistress Dwarf, thank you very much.
Master Dwarf!
I did not go
He's like, I'm sorry.
through
I thought
8 years of military training
He looks
in
at you like,
dwarven school to be called master. Thank you
he's
very
like,
much.
I'm sorry, mistress. I thought you just shaved.
Yeah, I just shaved that half ogre ass with my axe. The other
He's
night.
like,
What's your point?
I have killed more goblins and ogres in these lands than you have. I know this place. I know their tactics.
Don't think you have.
And of course, none of you know the fact that 2 weeks before you arrived in Harusat, him and a couple other adventurers, him particularly, got knocked into a tree by an ogre. And he was walking. If you remember, when you met him, he was walking with a considerable limp. Lord Howe's like, no, stop being so cruel. My knight, my friends, what have you found? What have you brought to our back from the lands? Have you found?
There's a crazy man in the wood who collects shoes because he worships the Fae.
It's like, sounds pretty typical, but hardly a threat. It's hardly anything we need to worry about. Do we need to go kill him? Do we need to go burn his village, his home down?
No.
No, but now that
He
we
has no
know
issues.
what he's up to, you can avoid his. He could be trying to distract his attempts at playing Fae jokes could be a distraction, and now we know that you don't have to follow that as a ruse.
Lord Howe nods. He's like, I understand that, but we all know that the Fae are a bit of a problem in these lands, and we try to respect them and leave offerings for them so they don't bother us. In fact, he gestures over to a tree and it's like, there's offerings of food and coin over there now, so maybe they'll leave us alone.
Why did your voice get higher when you said that?
Because he's terrified of the Fae, obviously.
It's hardly a trick they're playing on me.
All right.
He says, this is a fact-finding mission, and we're here to find facts. We have not found many facts, unfortunately. Just hearsay and nonsense, I'm afraid. But take a few minutes to rest, and we'll be back on the road in another half hour or so. So, what do you guys do in the meantime?
I'm gonna look for mushrooms.
You're going to look for mushrooms.
Yes.
Give me a wisdom check. You can add your levels and shit looking for mushrooms. So 1d20 plus 3. What?
think
You
I
find
found
all kinds of...
mushrooms.
He rolled a 17. You provide a bunch of mushrooms. Like, I found out the mushrooms! Yes!
Yeah. And I will identify the mushrooms and see which ones have properties.
You find property. You find properties
of the hallucinatory kind.
You shove them into your thing.
Yes, my thing. No, not that thing, Sock. The other thing.
Is anybody else doing anything else while waiting? Besides maybe
Yes.
mushrooms? What?
Yes.
Some people are going to get a really
Yes.
good stew.
Brynhild is going to she's going to release her pack. I guess because it was an adventure backpack, they have that little release on them. And unrelease that, and she's going to start drinking from her pony cake.
I'm not being paid for this. I'm drinking.
Yeah, she's like, what is this crap?
How'd I get with this band of idiots that are traveling with a bigger band of idiots? I don't know. Anybody else?
She would be thinking that if she didn't just depart a large band of idiots to get to this band of idiots who are following a bigger band of idiots.
So the half hour turns into a full hour before you guys finally proceed to order the mount up and head off. Right before then, Gabi comes out of the wood line, and Dwarf Gabi comes out of the deal, and he goes up to Lyra and doesn't say anything as she's mounting up and climbs up on the back of the horse. He seems very annoyed.
Oh, Master Dwarf, can I see your green card, please?
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. You just see his hand at his side, and he starts doing this.
I see you know Underdark language, sign language.
He doesn't even look. So you guys get back on the road, and you're traveling for about another hour. How are you traveling up with the main group in the night? Are you traveling with the main body of the militia and men at arms? What are you doing? Where do you want to be?
Probably spread out along things.
Yeah. Sounds good. Just to
So
spread out along.
So, like I said, about hour and a half goes by when word comes up. You're we found something! Quite loud.
Something.
Something. And Lord Hal gives the command to halt. And
Hopefully they found something more exciting than shoes.
Lord Hal,
Right,
Sir
yes.
Gunther, and Edwin dismount their horses. And with a few of their soldiers, they move forward down and up the road. Does anybody join them?
Sure.
I'm gonna sit down and keep drinking. I'll just sit down and
Gonna dismount.
I'm gonna listen for the screams of pain before I move.
I dismount really badly, apparently.
You fall off.
Hey, I got off.
Barbaro will catch him.
Oh,
At least he got off.
he always gets off.
And on.
That
You know,
note. Good night, everybody. No. Okay. Who's going up with the main body?
Myra and Barbara.
And where Barbara goes, I go.
Okay. I'm setting the scene here. Where is Pyle in this?
Somewhere in the pile.
Yeah. I'm at the top of the pile.
Gotta fix all this shit. So he's gonna be pretty close to them. Brynhild is gonna be well to the rear. Is that how I understand it?
She'll be near the. She'll be like right behind wherever the main troops are, moving forward.
Okay. Pyle.
Kicking her. She's not rushing forward. She's just like striding forward, drinking her beer as she's going along.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see a map, so I don't know where I am.
Yeah, it's because I'm setting it and trying to figure it out. Okay.
Look,
He's so-
the cat was there first.
Gabi
Let's
is
make her move.
Gabi's gonna be kind of in the middle. Why in the hell is this not working?
So are the cavalry up front? I would assume.
They have dismounted and they're escorting their lord up. They have their shields and long swords.
Oh, so they're not actually mounted up right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are keeping kind of a cordon around him. Let's see. Okay, I say everybody. Okay, I think we can do this now.
Like the more people that surround the Lord, the more Brynhild rolls her eyes and like, seriously, dude, these are goblins.
He's incompetent. So you guys up ahead as you're approaching, you notice a bunch of blood soaked into the ground, and there's a backpack, a shield, a sword, and miscellaneous objects laying across the ground. It was quite a gory scene. What are you doing? Sock,
What?
pay attention.
Yes, please. And water. Sorry, kid was offering me ice cream.
I want
So-
ice cream.
So the scouts have brought everybody up to this grotesque scene of soaked in blood into the dirt road. There is a pack, a shield, a sword, and some other items laid out. It's a grisly scene in the middle of this road.
Does it look magical at all?
It looks like blood on the ground.
Armor and stuff.
No, it looks. It looks.
It's Lyra. Like,
Do I see any magic plate mail?
You wish.
I know. That's why I'm saying that. That's if I don't
Only
ask,
only
it's not
Fizz
gonna be
can
there.
make that determination.
Wrong.
Well, you can.
but,
Yeah,
I mean,
you can detect.
quality wise, does it look really good? Like it
It-
might be worth something, or is it just
It looks pretty run of the mill.
okay? Any footprints?
It either you can do a check with no bonuses to perception check, or I'd let Pyle do a track check.
Okay.
Pyle, do you want to look for tracks?
Sure.
Roll.
Lol.
I don't see a damn thing.
Does Barbara want to do a deer stalker check?
With dog.
Here we go.
Get
You guys.
15 or higher.
18.
You don't find any tracks, but it looks like the area has been swept. There might have been tracks there, but they sure shit aren't there now.
But that there was sweeping indicates that you can tell the ground was disturbed.
Yeah, it's clearly somebody made an effort to
So track the
concentrate there.
sweeping.
Is Sparky, am I able to move up?
Huh?
Am I allowed to move up?
I don't know. Let me think about that. You start moving up into the main group. Hold on a second. Let me look at something real quick. I should look in the other book because it'd be easier.
Is there anything under the shield?
Check for traps. No, give me a dexterity check. You can. Are you going to check it?
I'm gonna check it.
You flip it over, and there's a mouse. No, there's nothing. You don't find anything under it. So as Brent Hill is advancing up in the group, as Brent Hill's advancing,
Okay.
my browser locks up.
Awesome.
Oh, please, we have technical difficulties.
Wow.
Will it matter if I tell you what I'm looking for, or something before that happens?
You can keep that in mind as you're walking. Suddenly, you become very drowsy.
I do.
Yes, you do,
Okay.
and you hit the ground with a clump and a big snort. You start snoring, and if you guys look back, you hear a number of other thuds, and
So basically, everyone behind us has fallen asleep.
not everybody, but quite a few.
What about the guys around us?
They are turning around. It's like they have this kind of "what the hell just happened" look.
You know, pretty obvious what's just happening.
What happened, Sieg?
Someone cast a sleep spell on us.
Isn't that a son of a bitch thing to do?
No, I fully expected it to happen.
Well, then it's
No,
not a sleep
serious.
spell then.
Well, I mean, I know what it is. It's just does the party know what
Uh,
to do if someone casts a sleep spell on us?
Fizzle Spank should know.
Yeah.
Does Fizzle Spank what the? So they all start hitting the ground. They're snoring, and the group starts turning around, confused. What are you doing right
How
now?
many? As I was falling asleep, did I see how many other people were falling asleep around me?
You were kind of in front of them, so you, if anything, you're probably at the epicenter,
Okay.
and you were like the first to go
Fair enough.
down.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Okay. What's anybody doing?
I'm gonna walk to the sleepy guys just to check.
So
No,
you're telling him not to?
I'm
no.
gonna poke.
Talking to Mal.
Talking to Mal.
Yeah,
Bear,
let's roll up.
as you get there, the ground beneath you starts taking this rough and hazardous looking shape. It turns into this weird, almost alien looking, dark and twisted appearance to it, which you recognize during your little trip after you licked the shadow orb.
Fascinating.
And immediately it
good.
blows, it pushes out until it is underneath all of you, and you suddenly, all of you find a very hard, find it more difficult to walk. It feels like your feet are being pulled to the ground with every attempted step you make. On that note, who wants to make an initiative check?
Bear does.
Bear
Oh
does.
wow,
Sounds like an idea.
I rolled a
rolling.
1. I rolled
I
a
rolled
1.
a 6.
Okay, Bear, I'm gonna let Bear, you go first. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and get out of there. I don't like that.
You're not gonna do anything to help the sleeping people?
What am I supposed to do to them? Pee on them?
Bear, give me a wisdom check.
Oh, that's good. Is this safe?
Give me a wisdom check, you dumb gnome. You dumb
Well,
cowardly
clearly he
gnome.
can't give a wisdom check if he's dumb.
Well, no, that doesn't really work.
Wow. So it doesn't occur to you what to do.
Nope.
See, I'm so sorry your party is so incompetent. You find that it is very difficult to traverse the ground that is cloaked in this uneven, hard to traverse, shadowy, jagged looking weird shit, and it costs double to move in this area.
Hmm.
So wherever you want to move, you can move like you can move about 15 feet, because I think you're
Some wrong thing.
Where are you
I
gonna
can move
go?
right here.
okay. See, because Fizz could have just like hey buddy, wake up. No, Fizz is useless. Barbara, what is Barbara doing?
I'm saving myself first.
She's going to yell and dive for like this direction.
She's gonna
Like dive to get out of it, like jump and roll.
Stop.
Let's see here. That's gonna be wrong tool. Yeah, she can get about to the edge. She can get to about the edge of it in this turn, but no more.
And she's gonna yell as she does it.
Fuckery is afoot!
Yes, something like that.
Left or right?
Where the hell?
What the fuck? You know.
Explode!
Pyle, what are you doing? Oh, there it is. And you're restricted to 15-foot movement too.
15 feet, huh?
Well, fuck.
No, I got a headache.
Whew. Yeah, you can get right about, yeah. You can pretty much make it to the edge of the thing. So that's going to be you're going to move with your bow at the ready.
Yeah.
Lyra, what are you going to do?
She is also going to get the fuck out of the way and probably bowl this guy over doing it.
Okay, she's going to shove the knight out of the way. Gunther pulls his
Move, bitch!
Gunther pulls his sword and manages
Get
to
out
step
the
out.
way.
Edwin makes it. Hal makes it out. This bowman here makes it. Everybody else looks very confused, and at least the barbaric, yeah, right about there.
Well, I can't
okay.
move to halves.
1, 2, 6.
What about Gabi?
Gabi is gonna try to move out.
Gobi's dead.
Gabi is not dead. Gabi's gonna stick his foot up your ass. There is to the northwest. There's a little rock ledge, and you see two figures step out. And as these two figures step out, and remember we're about a little after, probably going on close about 2:00. It was pretty bright, but the light starts darkening the area, and you see two silhouetted figures that looks oddly like goblins. As the dog eats, what the hell do you? Leave the tape measure alone, Jesus, dog. You see two figures step out onto the rocks there, and there's another ledge nearby. What? Hold on. You are not tangled. Yes, you are tangled up in the damn internet wire. God bless America.
Those.
Two more figures step out on the rocks nearby, and they have bows. And Pyle, you notice ones in the tree lines that have popped out. I have to talk to my penis blood, because if I didn't, it'd get sad and feel neglected. Here, I'm going to put that up there so it doesn't seem out of context if somebody watches this later. What the hell? What the fuck is in the background of Sparky? Kind of like something like a monkey or a giant lizard, maybe a hamster.
Hamster.
I don't know. Ain't no telling.
All I can see is the flamingo lamp.
Yeah, there's a flamingo. Let's see here. Said Sparky. Yeah, said Sparky. Always said Sparky. Woo. That's 13. The first volley of arrows flies out. One bowman takes a shot, an arrow directly to the chest. He goes down. Another one, he takes an arrow
To the knee.
to the knee. He takes another arrow back, and when it hits him, he screams in pain, but it seems even excessive for where the arrow hit him, and he struggles and stumbles around a little bit. Like he touched something in the no-no spot that he really shouldn't have touched. Wow, one hit out of all those. Pyle, it's your lucky day. Those with the bows get the blows today. Give me a Constitution check. Roll me get 16 or higher, and you get to roll 1d20 plus 4.
Four equals 18.
Damn! You take an arrow and it hits you for 4 hit points of damage, but the arrowhead from the point of impact, it causes a severe burning sensation that spreads throughout your body, and you tense up, but you manage to fight through. It's not that bad. It's kind of a quick, intense pain that kind of peters out pretty quickly.
At least it doesn't happen when I pee like the gnome.
Well, you hadn't tried to pee yet, so.
Yeah.
Wow. One goblin falls out off his rock, and the arrow goes and flies off, and he doesn't look too well. But the guy here that found the initial pool of blood, he takes an arrow to the neck. He goes down in a bloody fashion. 16. This guy here gets hit for. Let me say yes. He gets hit for 5 hit points of damage. He's bloodied. He stumbles. That makes it for everybody. That goes back to Bear. Bear, you're in the middle of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
You're gonna keep running through the heavy stuff, and then
I'm gonna get behind Barbie. I should technically be out now.
yeah, you get out. You get out, and you run out, and you see a goblin. Well, when you run out by a tree, you see this. What it looks like a goblin, but it has like these shadowy, wispy tendrils floating around
Let me
it.
check.
It looks weird. It looks strange even to you. What are you doing?
I mean, I have a +1 bonus to illusion saving throws, but I'm not. Can I say it? What do I have here?
Are you going to try to like disbelieve what you're seeing?
I could try and detect illusion.
You can try.
I'm going to try and detect illusion.
Are you going to do a detect illusion
Yes,
or disbelieve?
I'm going to do detect first.
Okay. Let me see what the spell actually says. I don't know. We haven't done this one yet.
Detect undead. Nope.
There is no dead people here. I'm a useful illusionist.
There's so many detect spells.
Okay,
There it is.
detect illusion. It's a level 0. By means of the spell, the caster can detect the presence of illusions in the direction the caster is facing, a path 50 feet long and 10 feet wide. Okay. The caster must spend 1 round concentrating along the path. Okay, so you gotta concentrate. You gotta go. You gotta look at the goblin and go.
I'm looking goblins.
This is what you have to do. You gotta go. You do that.
No.
Brett Hill, you're still snoring because everybody's a jerk and not waking you up. Barbara, what's Barbara doing?
Barbara yelled if that didn't wake anybody up.
I think it actually
her.
had to be like shooken up as
Throw a rock at them.
She is shoving people out of the way
That'll
so she can get the fuck out of that circle.
Yeah, she's pretty much out of the circle, and now it's like a big gaggle fuck though. Everybody's like been shoved up into a.
She's gonna see this goblin,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna pull her sword and like prepare to charge at it.
Okay.
It's gonna take a minute to like, whew, okay,
well,
I'm out of that shit.
So
but
you'll be able to get to the next round because you can
Right.
you can travel half half distance, then attack, and then considering you went through some of that shadowy shit, let's say you can get it right about there. Pile, what are you doing? Since it's burning while you pee. And Gabi's like, this is awful, this is awful, this is awful, this is awful.
Move up to there. And take a shot at this guy here.
Okay.
Now that I just saw him. Six.
Fucking duck. Shut up.
You just
Alright.
really wanted to see Bear playing with his facial hair.
I didn't even notice. Better than playing with his butter his ass or his nose.
The butter in his ass? What? What are you thinking about?
Way to
Oh.
Damn.
go.
Oh, and these are considered humanoid, being level 3. That's an extra +9 to
Roll me a
whatever damage.
d10, then a percentile. Okay.
7, then a 29.
Give me max damage.
Okay, hold on. That'd be 7
That poor fucker is dead.
plus 16. 17.
That's goblins.
Wait, whoa. What are you telling me it's going to be?
Right now, 17 damage.
How's it going to be 17 damage?
1d6 plus 1. That's 7. Within 30 feet. That's +1.
Okay.
Combat Marauder, +3
Okay.
damage per level. Versus humanoid and giant.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. So wait a minute. Let me calculate. Okay. 7. Okay. You plaster this guy, this goblin in the chest. He takes it a bad blow and like he clutches at his chest. And we'll continue about that in a minute. Lyra, what are you doing?
She's going to be like running out, and then she's gonna like take a look at this guy, and he's
Mhm.
all shadowy and shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, "What? That's not right."
And he's kind of out of it because he fell off the rock.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, "That I've had a lot of goblins. That ain't right."
What are you going to do about it?
She's disbelieving. Like her brain's going no.
Give me a 1d20 plus 4. We'll make an intelligence check.
A beat +4 would make it a 20.
You got a 20?
I rolled a 16 +4 makes it a 20.
You look at it, you like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. And as you notice, as it's getting up, it's not moving exactly like a goblin. It's kind of swaying around, and you realize that it is stiff. It's not a goblin, but it's definitely some sort of humanoid or human something. It is so wispy. You can't see its true form. You know it's not a goblin, but you don't know what it is. Hey, Comet. Is that all you're going to... Okay, I think that's everybody, right?
Yeah, like she's just like that. What?
The
She'll
bowmen...
even say that that's not a goblin.
The bowmen fire off arrows into the woods with little to no effect. Gunther tries to... Rally around the count! And he tries to put himself between the count and then come and fire. The knights... This poor knight is still trying to get out of the shadowy ground. God bless America. Coming back around. Pyle, that one you saw take an arrow to the chest. You were confident you killed it, but it turns and runs away, which in your experience is kind of strange.
Question.
Yep. But it's leaving a blood trail.
Would that trigger my combat reflexes? Or is that only in melee range?
What combat? Let's see here. Is that an advantage? Yeah, you have an advantage. Yeah, go ahead and take a shot at it. I forgot about that advantage. You take a shot. 23. don't even roll damage on it. You nail it with a shot in the back, and it goes down.
Nice.
He just falls over.
Night-night.
As this is going on, let's see here. Lyra, you see up on top of that mound, which is about 30, 40 foot up. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now, don't you?
Yeah.
You see a shadowy figure up there with a staff doing something. We'll get to that in a second as the goblin shooters. Damn. Let's see, we'll do those two. I should have got more dice out. I'll put that one back on there and kill him. Okay. Lyra catches a natural 20.
Of course she does.
You
Well,
caught
I mean,
it.
she's like
That's the
standing.
good news. You're like, I could have been hit by it, but I caught it.
That's it. Oh, this is good. This is potentially gonna be really bad.
I like really bad.
You don't have to sound so excited about fucking up my character.
She's finally getting her comeuppance. Always bringing trouble to us. She's getting to get big die.
What in the hell? That
Big die, big die, big die, big die, big die, big die.
At least she's not getting brain control by a freaking cucumber.
cucumber.
Yeah, so better than being dead.
Oh shit! Let's see. This is slow going tonight right now. Do 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 do. She takes an arrow to the throat. Severe damage. Can only speak in whisper. Severe bleeding. She and she stumbles. She takes a maximum of. Oh wait a minute. Give me a Constitution check.
Well, that's off the table. 17.
Good. You survive that one. Oh, wait a minute. That gives you one more extra hit point of damage. You fall. You're bleeding profusely. If you don't stop it, there's a good chance you could die. I think. Okay, let's read that real quick. Throat damage, severe injury. Can only speak in whisper. Severe bleeding. Severe bleeding. Blood. What is severe bleeding? What is that per round? Thank you for the resub. Punishment 90. Severity. Specific injuries. Severe
Well-
bleeding. Okay. Lose 10% of the original hit points every round. That ain't good. And your healer's down. 1d. I like it. I like that better. 1d6 Scott chip damage per round. So every round we're gonna roll 1d6 Scott chip damage on you. If I can see the damn these VTTs are not made for old people who can't freaking see.
So technically, she deep throated.
Fair, really.
Yeah, I mean it's true.
More arrows fly over. They miss a bunch of people. Oh, this one's gonna take a pot shot at Barbara, and it goes right over her shoulder. Is that all the goblins on the ground? Yes, there is a battle cry as these wispy-looking goblin things start running out of the tree lines, letting out quite a battle cry. You know, I'd be really good in this situation. A dwarf. Okay. And they're coming from the north and south. Pile, one of them takes a swing at you. One gets close enough. Ooh, 16. Your armor class is 17, right?
16.
No, it's 6. He's got a spear. He's gonna come here and poke you for 3 hit points of damage. So as these creatures let out a strange battle cry.
Does it sound goblin to me?
It sounds kind of strange to you.
There's not goblin. It sounds weird.
Damn it. Really? Okay. I need... I'm going to need Lyra, Pile. Actually, just Lyra and Pile to make a wisdom check. We'll go with Pile first. Wisdom's going to be a primary, so
What the hell is Lyra going to be paying any attention to besides the arrow in her throat?
it is not a perception check.
16.
Uh,
I don't know what else to add to it, but
you can add your levels and your wisdom bonus.
Okay.
well, what
so
is she?
5.
3?
Yeah, you're not gonna. You need to get,
19.
but
I don't think she's got a wisdom
you
bonus.
gotta get 8. You gotta get 18 or higher.
Let's see.
We know Pile didn't.
What did I say I rolled?
I don't know.
I think I rolled a 13 plus
Okay.
what, 3 for level, 1 for
16,
wisdom.
17. So
18?
17. You're gonna get. Let's see.
16, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 17.
Okay, so no one's gonna make that. Sock, roll a percentile. Pile, roll a percentile.
$77.
77. Roll me a. No, I'll do it for you. Pile, you hear this? What'd you roll, Sock?
69. Swear to God.
Pile. Okay. I'll explain what happens. As you guys are ready for combat, Lyra is distracted by the bolt or the arrow in her throat, and there is this unholy, strange, unearthly cry that explodes outwards from the top of that little rock outcrop, and Lyra, it freaks you out for
More than the arrow in my
for
throat?
for 4 rounds. You're gonna have -10 to rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, she's dead.
Free. I mean, she could banish her. Pile is going to be stunned for 3 rounds. And
Like,
please,
okay,
please keep that up.
is the arrow in her throat or did it go through her throat?
I mean, I think
Because if it's still in her throat, like, you don't remove something like that.
I didn't say anything about removing it, or you want to know so you can figure out what to do about it.
I mean, how's she just gonna be like, oh, well, I'm gonna bandage while I have this arrow sticking out of my neck? What?
Well, I think it's because it's still bleeding.
Let's see
I mean,
what.
if it's bleeding profusely, I would assume it went, like, through something.
Yeah.
But
Throat damage, severe injury, can only speak in whisper, severe bleeding. High or low?
low.
It passed through.
Okay.
You could ask the guy who made the rule who's sitting right here in chat.
Well, I looked and it doesn't say anything about the arrow being in or out. It doesn't even say just a tip.
Steve, did she
Steve.
get just a tip? Did
Or
she
is it
get
the
just a tip?
Or is it the full
Like I
shaft?
said, if it's bleeding profusely, it probably went through. I mean,
Or
that
did
would
she get the
block-
full 12 inches? What is it, Steve?
He's like probably not paying attention right now.
All 12 inches and feathers.
God.
Anyway, moving on.
You're not the only ones to be affected. He told us he's not here. You have to believe that.
I'm talking to him in chat.
That's fine. I think it's an imposter.
It's an unposture.
Okay. The Nightly Knights are a collection of shaken and stunned and quivering in fear at the unearthly. Not sure how deep in her throat it went. Whoa.
Phrasing.
Count Hal actually drops down, cowering behind one of the packs. His son looks equally terrified as all this is going on, unsure of what to do. We're going to take us back around. Fizzle Spank.
The finger goes off.
Your what goes off?
My thing.
Oh, your thing goes off. Your thing goes off all over the goblin, and
Whoa!
you see, even detect illusion. You see past that illusion, but there's still this weird, wispy, shadowy magical tendrils that are obscuring its form.
It's shadow magic.
You summarize.
It's shadow magic.
Goblin's
Okay.
like, no shit, gnome.
Shut up and get here. I'm going to run up behind Barbie. I'm going to stay on
You're
to
gonna
her.
hide behind Barbie.
Yeah, I'm going to start casting.
Okay, you're gonna start casting. Gabi is looking for Lyra.
Barbie
Steve
needs
is
to get here.
snoring. Lyra, what are you doing as you take
Show bandage.
blood? Would a simple bandage be able to take care of this bleeding or slow it down?
I'm not here, damn it.
It's actually in the deal, I think.
Any bandage.
It's gonna
Well, at least
slow
slow
it.
it.
Okay.
Applying pressure, stuff like that.
Okay, a cure light wound spell. God, I wish we had a cleric or something. Or a successful wisdom check, a CL +2 by a trained healer will reduce severe bleeding to a major bleed. A cure serious wound reduces to a minor bleeding, and a cure critical wound or spell. Blood. Yeah, that means I actually have to read it. Technically, she is trained. So, but here lies the problem. Zot, give me a wisdom roll.
8.
Ooh, she's gonna try to start bandaging her throat, but she's had a very difficult time considering she is
Because bandaging
scared
yourself is rough.
and not only that, she has been affected by the spell. She's scared shitless, so she's gonna take on my roll 3 hit points. She can lose 3 hit points. Gabi turns, finds her on the ground, bleeding everywhere. He's like, ah! He screams, a high pitched scream. Pile, you are out of it for 2 more rounds. Barbara, what are you gonna do?
Get the right tab.
That would be helpful.
She's gonna attack this dude.
Roll a swing on him.
18 plus whatever.
Oh yeah, roll damage on that shit.
Let's see. Oh, 6. 14 points of damage.
Oh man, I'm just gonna eviscerate that poor bastard. You run up and you hit him with the full force of your sword, and you mollywomp him and you kill him outright. As you do, the illusion that had him looking like a goblin changes a bit, but like the others, the shadowy magic is still powerful in obscuring his true form as he goes down.
Shadowy goo.
Shadowy go.
Can she make it to this guy in the same move?
She can get there, but have to attack next round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Killjoy. Fudge. Let's see. I'll look at something real quick. Okay. Lord, 6 minutes, Jesus. Okay, this guy is going to take a whack. This guy here tries to swing at the goblin, and the blade catches the branch and gets stuck. Because I rolled a 1 for him. He can come down. He's going to shoot an arrow. Yeah, he's going to shoot an arrow, nailing that guy for 6 hit points of damage. Finally, somebody gets going. The knights that are surrounding the guy seem to be pretty freaked out. They know what's going on. Pyle, the knight next to you, he swings his blade at the goblin. Goblin-like creature hits him for 5 hit points of damage. He gets in between you with his shield. He's chopping at the guy and keeping him off of you. That guy has an arrow, which misses. Wait a minute. This guy over here is going to do something brilliant. He's going to be trying to wake up these guys. He gets this one up. Yeah, that one, and he dies immediately. He manages to get him up, and he's going to go, and he runs over the dwarf, and he's going to start yelling at the dwarf, "Wake up! Wake up!" And he starts grabbing you by the ears and shaking you, and you will wake up next round. I'll give you that.
Yay.
Let's see here. We're going to do the goblin arrow dance. I should have got more D20s out. I do not have enough D20s for tonight. I could get up and look at them over there. Good Lord. Shut up. An arrow skirts by flies past Lyra, catching the one knight in the shoulder for 2 hit points of damage. 2 more goblins. Wow. Arrows start raining down all around Bryn Hill and the waking soldiers. The soldier that is waking you up, Bryn Hill, catches one to the chest and does full 6 hit points of damage. It catches the bowman in the chest, and he flops over on top of you dead. So you got cover at least. So you're not going to get arrowed any. Guy, he lost his shield, is going to get a sword to the face.
Yay.
Minus 5 hit points. This one comes in, stabs him. Or doesn't stab him. This one's running in to make a flanking attack on Barbara as she's running at him. They both take swings. She expertly bats away their attacks. No one's hit. He's come in, attacking the knights. The knight on guard manages to shield himself and his people. Well, Pyle, you're really lucky. Other goblins are running past Lyra because they think she's dead because she's bleeding so badly. The guys up top are doing something. Oh, actually, I forgot to do Gabi. Gabi managed to come over.
Yay.
So, okay. Lyra, Gabi's going to try to help you. Gabi's going to try to help to stop the bleeding, but he is not... Actually, hold on a second. He's having trouble, but he's trying to help you, and you can probably whisper out a little bit. We're going to come back around. Bear, what are you casting? What are you doing? You got guys coming all. You're surrounded by goblin.
I'm doing the dragon armor,
You're casting dragon armor. It's gonna.
and I'm going to touch the butt. Not mine.
You're gonna touch Barbarian's butt.
+1 AC.
You're giving a Barbarian your dragon armor.
Yep.
Is it going off this round?
Yep.
Okay, Barbarian. No, write that down. You have +1 to AC.
Okay.
Brynhild, you wake up. You start coming to as the body flops over face to face. It's the cold look of death in your face as it flops down in your face.
Is it a human?
Yeah, he's human. He's one of.
Is it one of the frontline guards?
It's one of the militiamen / men at arms.
What a shock!
He saved you. He gave his life to wake
Where
you
did
up.
this come from? Actually, I'm like, you're the hero of this group. You're the hero of this adventure, dude.
If anybody deserves a resurrection, it's going to be you, guy. Fuck everybody else. So
I can't, from this angle, I can't see you anywhere except for like 10 feet around me. So what's going on around the battle here?
you can actually you should be able to. No, you should be able to see.
The way the map was, then I could only see like.
Can you see now?
Okay, so are those goblins up to the left and up?
Yeah, they're about 25 feet above you.
Okay, and that's Pyle. Are there any around Pyle? There's one around Pyle.
Pyle is in a very, very bad situation. He is surrounded, and he is just standing there, cowering in fear.
So
Okay.
there's true casters?
Yes.
Am I? Okay, so I will try. Okay, there's a
You're
guy.
you're going to be a half movement too, because you're still in the shadowy. The ground still looks like has weird, shadowy, misformed bullshit look to it.
Okay, so I will run, which I guess is what, triple my speed?
Yeah, which would that would be almost probably like normal speed here, I guess. Then
I'm trying to run up so that I'm facing. There's a guy to the northwest of Pyle.
Yeah, you're okay. You're going to try to get like right over here.
No, not up.
Oh,
that guy, like the guy. Yeah, the guy with the shield.
okay. You're okay. You're going to go to his left. Okay, so I'm going to say you can get to right about there if you really push it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that square so that I'm facing the guy.
That's going to take all of your effort as you're running through this weird magical field shit, and it's you are giving it everything, every single step.
So what is this? What am I running through? Since
shadowy shit.
It's shadowy shit. It's this weird, misformed looking.
As I'm running around, can I look and see if there's like a guy who's like a goblin who's responsible for this, like a goblin type?
If you look up on there to the west and east, there are taller figures up there that are clearly caster, but you cannot make out exactly what they are because their silhouettes are obscured. But you can see them up there, and they're like up on top, probably about 40, 50 feet above the battlefield.
Gotcha.
If only Pyle was with us still. Or if the arrow guys could actually hit anything. So that's going to be your move. Lyra, with Gabi's help, you want to do another a wisdom check to try to staunch the bleeding.
18 plus whatever.
you're going to take another 3 hit points of damage as you get the bleeding stopped.
Cool.
I'm not familiar with this shadowy shit. You know what? Blame Lord Gasumba, because he sent me down this rabbit hole. These are all spells from a published source, 3rd edition, granted, converted to CNC, but they're all real. You managed to get it, and you're still choking, and you're still not going to be able to communicate very well. But Gabi has managed to help you, and he's trying to get you back up into the battle. Pyle, you regain your senses. You're still a little bit shaken, but you come into it as a goblin is coming up, getting ready to stick you in the hip.
The good news is that you now have a dwarf at your side.
All right. Well, first off, I'm gonna try to hopefully rely on my dwarf pat on head. But I want to shift here
Mm-hmm.
and then shoot. That is a bad guy up there, right?
Yeah.
Hope so.
I hope so. Well, I'm just making sure because it's not
He
green.
ain't one of us.
It's not green. I just don't want to shoot a friendly target again.
Aw, baby.
All right, so that'll put me within my 30 feet.
He says that grabbing his nads. Oh, not again. Do that again. Never again.
And would a 22 hit him?
I would hope so. Roll
God,
damage
right?
on
It's
that.
clothy.
Well, you never know with spells and all that jazz. And I already did that. Never mind. Get rid of that.
You precious baby.
6. This one. Within 30 feet. That's +2.
Oh, Lord.
Am I adding Combat Marauder or not?
No. This is definitely a lot taller looking than the goblin.
That's 7 damage.
You nail him for 7 hit points of damage. He winces, but he's still waving his fingers or waving his stick around in the air. Barbara. Bear, why don't you describe dragon armor as it takes it on? I'm going to give it to you since you're the illusionist. Make my job a little bit easier while I think about the next step.
And that spell places the illusion of plate armor on anyone the caster touches. They move and sound like they have plate armor, but are not encumbered by it. So you
And
can move in any one and +1 to AC.
And don't they look like some sort of dragony appearance?
Doesn't say in the 7th, maybe in the 8th. It just says plate.
Let's see.
That's okay. There's 2 goblins right here in range of my sword.
Yep, you can take a whack at them.
Barbara now has a dragon tail. Because that's how the dragon armor works.
So 21
Poor fuckers.
to the first one.
Oh, wait a minute. The recipient appears to be wearing armor formed of a dragon scale with a helmet formed of a dragon's head. You have turned into a dragon. You look like a furry. Now,
The giant furry.
what was the
Again.
first one?
21 to the first one.
Oof.
With 6, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
Okay. You obliterate him.
Nat 20 on the next one.
I'm not going to have roll because he has 2 hit points and you obliterate that one.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Well, mark him dead then.
mark him dead then. Okay. Let's get all
And this guy that I killed right here is suddenly not marked dead anymore.
that. Secondly.
There's
wait a
2.
minute.
The
Wait a
other
minute.
one that should have been dead is this one.
Oh,
Lots
Yeah.
of dead.
you killed
Okay.
them pretty well.
Okay.
Where's my other dude?
And she's going to like scream at this one over here.
Ah!
Ah!
Man, I just peed myself a little bit.
Good. You should. Kind of like you're next, bitch.
Archer's nailed. And of course, Pile's missing. Let's see here. As these guys start coming in, where'd all my stabby guys go? Thought I had more. Damn, I know I had more than that there.
Yeah, you lost your own NPCs.
I've lost my own NPCs. But you know what? It happens.
Well, let's see. There's one here, and there's one here.
Yeah, but there's gonna be ones you're not gonna be able to see though. That's the problem. You know, I can't find them.
Here.
Oh wow! You know what, Bryn? This is a magnificent occasion. Your AC is 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your AC is 19.
Mm-hmm.
You take 4 hit points of damage.
Oops.
I tickled you. That never happens. The other night he bashes the goblin's blowback from his deal. Another goblin takes a swipe at Brynhild, missing. Pile's gonna get hit whether he's here or not. No, I'm gonna say that because I rolled a natural 20 on him. We're gonna park that one over here for a minute. This goblin runs past Lyra, attacking him. This guy, so 18. Does him in for 4 hit points of damage. A goblin comes running out. A would-be goblin comes running out of the woods at Barbarian, screaming, "Ah!" And she parries the blow with relative ease. Bear, this goblin, he sneers at you. And what's your AC currently?
13.
You take 5 hit points of damage as it stabs you. As it stabs you.
So rude.
That one's gonna hit this guy. He's gonna bash him for another 5 hit points. This guy is really highly engaged. What a time for Jesse not to be here. You know, Jesse's never around when big things are happening. Oh, there's one of my missing goblins.
Mal, you're falling off my lap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's using my knee as a pillow, and he's like, as he's starting to snore.
The goblins engage in fierce battle with the knights here. The knights managed to hold their own. Gunther got moving in with his own efforts. Oh, there you are, Pile. Guess what? Guess what happened when he was gone?
I killed everything in a fluke. Weird
Ha ha
attack.
ha ha ha! Yeah, we wish. Okay. No, you got hit. You got stabby. On a nat 20.
Yay!
In the abdomen.
This is when you like disconnect. What?
You get stabbed right into the chest. Major injury. Major bleeding. -2 to attack rolls. Half movement.
Yay!
So, like, ow. You take a full 6 points of damage, and you're bleeding. And then. Hold on. No, we're not using that. Wrong. Wow. There we go.
Hey, Sparky, you know you're forgetting someone?
Who am I forgetting?
The dog.
God damn it. I forgot to put the dog on the map. The dog was off licking his balls, and now he's magically...
That dog could have woke me up like 2 rounds ago.
Yeah.
Saying.
The dog smelled some strange, and he was out checking some shit out. Well, I'm not perfect. I can't remember everything. Barbara, you get the command. You want to command him to attack the guy next to you?
Sure. I'm the one that bit.
Well, he missed anyway.
Okay. Well.
He's gonna be about as useful as Leo. The guy that Brandhild was eyeballing, I need you to make a saving throw versus intelligence.
Who?
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Who?
Who needs to
Brynhild.
make the? Oh.
What are you, a bunch of fucking owls, Brynhild?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
will show you a
Magic,
fucking
right?
owl.
What, Bryn?
Magic.
Yeah. Arcane magic. Oh, that's a
Alright.
secondary. It's not gonna be as bad as I thought it was.
I just like tossed the dice and like went behind my back.
Yeah, he rolled really
Alright.
bad and he's re-rolling. I know how that works.
I know.
Uh,
Because let's see, with a 19 plus 3, 22. If I get my level
let's see.
2, then I get 24.
yeah, I would add that. Let me see real quick. Okay, you got 22?
24 with my level.
24? Wow, that's actually really good. Okay.
Hey, I'm a dwarf. We get plus 3 for.
Yeah, that's
magic
true.
skills.
You only take 4 hit points of damage.
Okay, so I've taken
So-
8 so far.
Yeah, you're down to 11. As you're in the midst of these goblins, you see this burst of smoky, shadowy energy leaping from the caster directly towards you. As you look up, you kind of move in such a way it kind of grazes you. It's a glancing blow.
Mhm.
It's a glancing blow, and it does only 1 point for the hit points. So it did 4. So you were very lucky, because if you'd have failed it, that'd have been a lot more ouch.
All right.
Shit. Now I'm confused. Oh, we're back to the bad guys here. So, Lyra, as you're regaining your bearings a little bit and you're getting back to your feet, you start hearing this booming, cackling voice echoing through the surroundings. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find it again
You're like, I surrender.
here. Yeah, you wish.
I give up.
You hear, Lyra, you hear this. You really hear this voice. You hear this. You took my son, and I will take yours as payment. And just as that happens, you see this missile-shaped, or teardrop-shaped projectile, followed by a gray smoky trail, shoot right past you, glowing this dark, shadowy energy, and it zips right past you between Gunther and Hal, and hits Sir Edwin, doing
This guy.
that guy. It hits him for 4 hit points of damage. He screams and buckles and falls to the ground.
4 hit points.
Whose
You what?
son got taken? Like what?
What do you say, Bryn?
I was saying, Sparky, first off, you missed a golden opportunity to have him be struck by a cucumber-shaped missile that spread dill juice everywhere as it exploded. upon
Well, this isn't a cucumber
But-
mancer. I mean, if it's a cucumber mancer, I agree.
But I was going to say, it's like 4 hit points, and this guy's like rising on the ground, like, oh, you knocked me off the horse and 4 hit points of damage. Oh. What is this guy, an NPC? Like, what is this guy, like a 0-level NPC?
No, he was a first level knight, and this did 14 hit points of damage. So
Oh, you said 4. Okay.
no, no, it was it's
14 makes a lot more sense. Like 4
It's-
of us will be like,
it's
Really?
1d4. It's 1d4 plus 1 point of level per caster. So now
you
roll
did
for-
not need to add in the information. That
Actually,
that was a
no.
level 10
Actually,
caster.
no. That's not wrong. Actually, no. That's not. Actually, I told you wrong. I told you wrong because that's the wrong spell. But you're right. I was looking at the spell that hits you. So that really doesn't tell you anything because I did the math wrong on it. I don't feel so good. I mean, he's down. He's still breathing, but he's rapidly expiring. This might be a moment to profit. But yeah, you heard that, and you hear mad cackling, and how he sees his son going down, and he's already still pretty freaked out from all the shit that's going on and being under the effect of that spell. He turns and grasps for his boy. We're gonna go back to the top of the batting roll. Bear, what are you doing as you're getting beat up by goblins?
I'm not getting beat up by goblins.
You're gonna do what?
I'm not getting beat up by goblins.
Are you gonna cast mirror image?
No. I'm going to shoot the goblin in the
With your
face
With your shadow staff.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll that beautiful staff footage. Whoa.
Okay, Mal, get up on the chair by yourself.
It's hot.
Where is it? Doink, 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 and roll. And nothing. I miss.
Yeah, you missed badly.
Do I hit that guy behind him?
Let's see, which one do you?
Because this is the guy I'm shooting, right? Because this
If
one
you'd
is,
rolled a free, wait a minute. Once
this
you
is dead, and this is the guy who's attacking me.
Yeah, that guy's right there is dead.
it's gonna
the
sit.
other
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. You know, what, Bear, roll me another d20 just for shits and giggles. We'll see if it's gonna miss the second guy. Let's see if it hits the guy behind him. Roll damage. It's by him. Goes past this guy,
I
and
could have hit this one.
it's more. No, this is more in line because
Okay.
5.
see, it's like a straight shot.
Yep.
Oh wow, he has 5 hit points. He gets hit in the chest with a shadow bolt and goes down dead.
Wait, I killed one.
You, Bryn Hill, what are you doing?
Okay, so am I out of the goop now?
You take 1 step forward and you're out of the boot.
Okay, so am I within 40-foot range of the guy who cast the spell on me?
35 feet.
He's at 35 feet?
Yep.
Okay, so I will charge him.
He's 35 feet away, but you're gonna have to do a climb check up like about 45, 50 foot outcropping.
He's a dwarf.
Well, you,
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to make. You can do it, but you're gonna have to make the siege check.
okay, so what would that fall under?
Okay. Roll me.
Is that a strength check?
Describe how you're gonna attempt this.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be trying to.
Are you gonna like kind of run and jump, then grab and pull yourself up and climb it?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, roll me a dexterity check. If you make it, get a 14 or higher, and if you make it, I will let you get up on the ledge.
Okay, well, I'm on the ledge then.
Okay, so you made it. So you run up and you jump and you surprise the shit out of one of the goblin looking things that is their firing arrow is off. Because you like hurl yourself like and you pull yourself up and you're looking at the goblin thing. It's the smoky tendrils are whiffing around it, and you have totally surprised that you can act next round. Lyra, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not swallowing an invisibility potion.
You already tried to swallow an arrow.
Okay.
This
All
guy
12
right here.
inches. Yeah, you gonna try to stab him?
Yeah. With the broadsword.
Okay. What'd you roll?
16 plus 3, 19.
Yeah. Roll damage on that.
Seven, 8, 9.
As he is engaged with the knight, you manage to surprise him with a flank attack and you run him through.
Fantastic.
Pile. You take another 2 hit points of bleed damage. What are you doing? Shut. Hey.
I think I shall.
Hey.
Ended.
No.
Oh,
No. God damn it. No.
Take another shot at the guy up top.
Okay.
Since right now I think I'm the only one that's capable of hitting him.
Pretty
That's in
much.
range. That's in
the
range.
Except the dwarf who just jumped right up there.
Yeah, different one. There's 2.
Yeah, there's 2 of
Oh.
them.
There's
Yeah.
2 dwarfs climbing rocks.
No. 2 casters.
Well, I got a -2 to hit, right?
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'd rather have 2 dwarfs.
Oof.
That's a
Mm-mm.
12.
An arrow goes over his head. Barbara. You're surrounded by goblins, goblin-like things.
Smack him.
Fantastic. Let's hit the first one.
I have them surrounded from the inside.
Yes, that is exactly how she feels.
It's like you're
Target
playing.
rich environment.
It's like you're playing Inner Space.
So let's see, 15 plus 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah.
So like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
Uh,
Roll damage.
4, 5, 6, 9, I think.
You kill one outright.
Ah,
Okay, then I'm going to attack the next one.
Okay, roll on that one.
That is a 16 plus 3 or 4. I don't know. But yeah, it's a hit.
Roll damage. And what's your dog gonna do? Is he gonna attack the? Well, there's one.
7 damage on the next one.
You almost kill him.
So have the dog attack that one that's alive.
Well, there's one actually poking Fizzle too.
Oh well, attack one, attack poke and fizzle.
Okay,
Yay.
so he's gonna run up and attack him for and hit him. Good lord, it's getting hot in here. 1d8. Ooh, 6 hit points of damage. And is the goblin going to make it save for that? Actually, yeah. The Figo pounces on the goblin, biting him for that 6 hit points of damage. He tries to drag him to the ground, but this goblin thing is unusual, strangely strong, and he's in a tussling match trying to get another good bite on him. Gobby's going to run up and shank somebody and miss. Cause, yay.
I've killed more than Goblin.
You don't know how many people Gobby's killed. We're going to go to Bryn Hill.
This time.
You know that. You know exactly what I mean.
One of these goblins, realizing there's a dwarf up there, turns and takes a shot with his bow. I got really excited. It was a 19, then it wobbled around and landed on a 6. Oh, wow. Hey, Bryn, do you want to roll me a quick percentile? Because I fumbled.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, what'd you do with those dice today?
I'm rolling better tonight than I usually do.
I only got a 3 on mine.
Let's see here. Sweat trickles into your eyes. -1 to attack for 1 round. So yeah, an arrow goes off and it zips past your head. The caster above you seems to kind of ignore you. As
he should.
As he should. He's gonna cast.
Bring no singing that song. I'm just a dwarf.
Ah. I will fuck you up, Molly.
Is that within? No, that's not gonna work. Haha.
I totally get it if he's wanting to surrender. I get it.
I know. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. When the goblin minion fails, he turns and looks at you, and stops like mid cast, and then starts casting something else, looking you dead in the eye as you're getting ready to deal with these goblins who are now stabbing at you. Oh, actually, you know what? I fouled that up. That goblin went after you. Well, it's the same thing. Your palm is sweaty, -1. He tried to stab you with a dagger, and he missed. However, one of the other goblins who witnessed you running by steps out, shooting arrow at you, and gets a magic 2. Wow. These goblins are attacking here. This one comes in behind him. This knight here manages to turn and engage after Lyra takes out his main opponent. One advances on Sir Gunther. And stabs him really nicely in the front of the breastplate, but does no damage. Another one stabs him. The blow is parried away. Other knight.
Why is the dog like way the fuck over there?
I don't know. The dog is doing dog things. A horn blows, and the goblins and the dog run away together.
And the dog?
And the dog, because that's what tried to happen. These here disengage. This one disappears back around the tree line. This one, has kill stolen, advances back this way, or moves back. Those have already attacked, so they can't do anything. These goblins here, they're going to focus fire on Pile and miss as they retreat. There's one more goblin up there. And he misses. Pile, how lucky do you feel?
About as lucky as usual.
I need you to give me a saving throw. I need you to hold on. I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw, which means you're going to have to get. You're getting a miracle. If you give me a 20, you'll pass it.
No.
You are not getting a saving throw. So, let's see. Your arrows have caught the attention of that caster, and he focuses and he flicks his hands at you, and there's a burst of shadowy energy that leaps from his hands, and it zeroes in on you, hitting you square in the chest, dealing a full 10 hit points of damage to you. Plus, until the end of the round, after the burst hits, you are racked by pain, suffering -1 to all hits, rolls, and armor class. You get nailed pretty good, and you also take another 2 points of bleeding damage. Okay, I think that brings us back to top of the battering order. Yeah, 8 damage per year. It's awful, man. Bryn Hill, you are face to face with the one goblin who's tried to stab you, one who's tried to arrow you, and the caster who's looking down at you and judging you very muchly.
Caster. God damn it. No, I'm saying God damn it because I got 19 instead of 20. I can't roll a 20 to save my life. Why can I not roll a 20? Why?
What are you rolling against? Are you rolling against the goblin? Or you're going to try to go after the caster.
The caster. I rolled a natural 19.
Okay. You know what?
Which is a crit, but it's not.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't get you the blood's fun time thing. What's max damage on that?
17 points of damage.
17 hit points of damage. Oh, you're so like. Oh man. You bash him with that 17 hit points of damage. You bloody him. You see blood spurting out, and that blood does not look like goblin blood to you. Do I make the concentration check? Yes, I do. Fun times next round.
How many
Lyra.
He made a concentration. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your unlucky day today. Lyra. You're standing here in the midst of all this insanity. What are you doing?
A lot of things I'd like to do, but none of them would be very intelligent. She's not a complete idiot, so I'm gonna attack this guy.
You're gonna run up and stab him. What are you gonna do?
I'm stab him in the back.
And no one's gonna check on Edwin, who is still twitching and slowly expiring.
Edwin, is this guy?
Yes. You know.
Well, he's not exactly along my path at the moment.
Oh, he's within your movement range. So you're gonna make that attack roll?
Yeah.
Come on, son of a
14.
gun. Yeah, roll damage on that.
6, 9.
You run up there and stab him pretty good, and from the behind. You do it from behind, and you knock him out.
Good. If you're getting down, then get down.
Okay, come on.
Acting like a dumbass.
Bear, what are you doing next? Okay.
What can I do? He's dead. I can shoot him, maybe.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. Because why the hell not?
I'm gonna sell out the dogs out,
What's
please.
that, bitch? Nope. It goes.
You try to shoot off your shadow staff again?
Yeah, and it goes somewhere here.
Oh, wow.
Or here.
Wow. Or there, or...
Except it doesn't go here.
Oh.
Oh well.
Hold on, bring something. Okay. Pile. I think. Yeah, Pile. You have been severely damaged. You're bleeding out. You take another 2 hit points of damage. Oh, and Gabi's gonna try to save you. And Gabi actually hits something for a change. Wait a minute. He's using his broadsword, so he gets to hit 5. He stabs me 5 points of damage. He's gonna. He kills another goblin. Pile.
Well, seeing as though I'm in this familiar situation again.
Good thing you have first aid training.
Yes.
Better.
All right. I think. Not much good's happening that way.
You might want to consider, I don't know, taking care of yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the direction I want to move. So I can either here.
Let's think about this.
Well, I want to start making my way down this way and try to do a little something to try to staunch this bleeding.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom check, level, +1 to that. Let's see if you can expertly bandage this shit up.
I can slap on a Barbie Band-Aid.
And it spurts a little bit afterwards. Barbara, these things are retreating. What are you doing standing there amidst these strange bodies?
You say Barbara?
Yes.
Look around for another target.
They are running away. And where are you looking?
Well, there's one right here that's still standing there. Right?
That one over there?
Or,
Yeah.
nope, there's these guys up here.
Yeah, they are they're kind of like a fighting retreat, that kind of thing.
Well, she's still going to attack them. That's a nat 20.
Okay, roll me D10 in percentile.
Let's see, that's a 9 and a 62.
A 9 and a 62. Good lord. Give me max damage. I mean, that's going to kill him anyway.
Yeah, it's
You're
going
going to come
like
up and you hit him with such a powerful blow. You slice the arm off into the chest armor, and the sword actually gets stuck there for a second before you yank it out, and blood goes everywhere in a horribly dramatic fashion.
I'll go attack the next one.
Okay.
19.
Yeah.
7.
You do. Yeah. You hit him. He doesn't go down, but he damaged pretty good. Okay. The knight comes in and bashes him, knocking him out. These guys kind of fan out. Friend, someone helps you with a firing arrow over your head. Does it hit? It goes right. It goes right over your head. A straight arrow comes to your perspective. A straight arrow comes flying over your head towards the caster. It barely misses him, singeing probably his nose hairs. He's gonna get an attack real quick. Someone was trying to help you with them damn casters. Well, these guys suck. Gobby's gonna whatever. That takes us back around. You hear a booming voice again. Lord Hal, I take your son the way you took my son, and I will take your king. I will take your lands before it is all done. And the booming kind of dissipates as the dog barks in the background. Heroic.
I pet the dog.
You pet the dog. That's Vigo barking. Vigo's barking like, what the hell is all this noise? The goblins, they're running out. Goblin-like creatures. They're vamoosing. Hush.
Oh.
Goblin's going to try to hit Bryn from behind. Yeah, 13's not going to do it. Another arrow. Good. 13s and 10s. You're very lucky. So, where the hell is that at? Okay. Six. What monkey? What? Oh, maybe he's talking about the art on the wall. I don't know.
Dogs.
Give me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Yeah, and you get your +2 to magic too. So
And okay, so that's a 15 plus 2. Do I get my level for that?
yes,
So that would be a 17 prime.
yeah, boy, yeah. Oh, woo. Okay, you're very lucky, but how lucky? I don't know. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by the dogs right now. Trying to count this shit out. As you're climbing up, getting ready to hit your target, the eyes of the caster turns black, and a shoddy cone of punishment blasts out from the eyes, hitting you directly in the face. Now, if you had not made your saving throw, I mean that's spoilers. I don't want to tell you that, but you're getting half damage, and you are on you. This is how lucky you are tonight. You are going to squeak out with 1 hit point.
Okay.
It hits you, blasts you, it dazes you a bit. You feel a burning, tingling sensation all across your body, but you're still alive. And coming around, you're top of the batting order.
Well, I guess I get a swing. I mean, like I'm surrounded by goblins in the sky. You know? So, okay, dice. Don't fail me now.
Roll a 1 and fall off the mountain.
Yeah. I'm doing the pile aversion tactics. I knocked myself out. Oh! You can't knock me out. I did it first.
A nat 20. Or 1.
Did you see that?
I don't like
No.
a 20.
At 20.
Did you get a nat 20?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, roll me a d10 and roll me
Wow.
percentile and get it
I
higher.
never
It'll
get
good.
20s. I never get
We'll see. Dreams too come true. I guess that Dax would be slashing damage.
Wow. Okay,
Roll
so
me a
what do I got?
D10.
A D10. Where did I put my D10? Oh, we don't have a D10. Oh, here it is. A 10.
Oh wow! Roll percentile.
Is that actually that? I mean, that's just like location, right?
Yep, that's head or neck. This is gonna
Oh.
be a good one.
Okay.
After I beat the dog.
80.
Whoa.
What'd you roll?
80.
Oh, that's gonna be
Okay.
ugly. I just know it. Give me max damage.
Okay, that's 17.
Shit, I forgot he was only down to 1 hit point.
He only had 1 hit point left?
Yeah.
That jackass.
You leap up and swing your axe and you decapitate him. His head goes and falls off somewhere in the woods. He goes down hard as you land there. The two goblin-looking things look at you in complete freaking horror. Lyra, what are you doing? There's not a lot of living things here, but there is the cringing and Hal, who is
Yeah,
sobbing
shouldn't go
uncontrollably.
check on that kid.
Kill
Since
Hal.
nobody else is.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
either
ready.
one of his potential dads.
no, Hal is there. He's just hysterical and completely. His mind has broken, and he is murmuring again and again. He's murmuring.
Grab him,
Hold on.
shove him out of the fucking way, and check on the kid.
God, before you do, he is over this kid, sobbing hysterically, murmuring one thing over and over: "Night winch, night winch, night winch,
Wench?
Where?
winch."
He pissed off the night wench.
Yeah, apparently so.
Does it mean like winch? Like winch? Like
Like
you like roll up, you do up
not
the
winch,
robbery?
winch. It's winch, not winch. Like
Okay. Hey, that's important. That's important to know. You know?
you don't find any visible injuries on him, but you
He got hit by magic, so nothing visible, but he's still
You
alive
check
out
it.
of it.
you check him, and he's expiring pretty quick.
Good.
Hey! Smack on the face. Wake up!
He's looking. He's like really deep into almost dead territory. God, he's like, we need the cleric. Where's the dwarf? Where's the dwarf? He starts screaming, dwarf, dwarf. Shadowmanic, very dangerous. Fizzle Spank, what are you? Pile, what are you doing? Where the fuck
Wait,
are you?
what? He's yelling at me?
There's everybody.
Hold on. I was drinking. I was role playing a dwarf and drinking at the moment. So what happened? He's yelling at me?
Gavi's screaming for the dwarf because that's the only healer on hand.
Question.
Yes.
Has Labra been reading that book?
She could probably read it to a point, but does she have any practical way to use or utilize it? No.
That's why I'm asking.
What are you thinking of trying to do?
Well, I'm just asking, like, has she been reading through it? Has she gained any knowledge that might be useful in this situation?
She is more familiar with shadow magic than the average Joe on the street. That don't mean a whole lot.
She knows it exists.
It's like I know this guy got hit by a bus.
I know what a bus is.
Yeah.
Pile.
Yeah, so I
The
just
goblin-
I shifted a little bit more. Am I able to first aid myself to try to keep myself from bleeding to death again?
You stop.
Or
Oh, you felt. Go ahead and give me another roll. You having fun shooting that bottle up back there, buddy?
wow. Got a 5.
This isn't very good for Pile because of what's about to happen next.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna turn into a shadow zombie. And then he kills the
You lose
dwarf.
another as you're like kind of like stumbling around trying to bandage stuff, and then you just kind of take one more step and you fall over down. You're at 0 hit points. Not dead
Not
though.
again.
You're at 0 hit points again.
Jesus, man.
Fizzlespank, you're standing there
With the dog.
with the dog. The would-be goblins are running away.
I ain't going to make my way to Pile.
You're gonna go over there and like whoa.
Stop moving me.
Stop moving me.
I don't have any bandages, but I can cast first aid.
You should have bandages.
I don't have any in my thing.
Wait,
I have candles and sealing wax.
you can burn it.
I can put the sealing wax on his
He's
injuries.
gonna try to heal him. This cat chip like, okay, a little burning, a little wax. Just make
Jesus
it
Christ, man.
No, you do have 5 sets of
Why are
bandages.
we staring at Bear?
Because I hit the wrong one.
Seriously.
You have 5 sets of bandages on on
Okay.
the sheet on here. You do have
We're going
bandages.
to
You can
bandage him.
give me a wisdom check to see if you could just stop the bleeding.
Please fail. Whoa!
Wow.
You stabilize him, and he's still out of it. He's really jacked up. Barbara,
I'm so good.
the goblins immediately around you are dead. You can hear them. The goblin-like things are scampering off in the woods. What are you gonna do?
Scamper.
What's Barbara doing?
Barbara. Everything around her's dead, so
Yeah.
She's gonna take a moment and look around, see if anybody needs assistance.
There's lots of bandaged people needing bandaging.
Anybody I give a shit about needing assistance?
Not really. I mean, the gnome's working on Pile.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The one thing you do notice, you notice that the dead bodies, as few months go by, the wispy, shadowy stuff disappears, and you can tell they're humans.
Oh, wow.
And you
Yeah.
also notice Hal and Gunther are Gunther is dinged up a little bit from fighting in close quarters with the attackers. Hal is unscathed, perfectly unscathed.
Sad.
Is anybody going to do any attack motions or anything? I mean, there's still a few people you could try to go after. This guy up here has not left yet, but you had the inclination that he might be leaving soon.
There. Sure. Barbara will go after him.
How's she going to do that?
Running.
She's going to try to run. So you can double your movement, right? So hers is
30, I believe.
she advances rapidly. She gets to the bottom of the deal. She's going to have to be able to get to him. She can either throw her javelin at him, or try to do a running leap up there, and maybe get him on the next.
Well,
Well,
give me a sec here.
I'm about to die.
You're chasing a goblin, right?
Yeah, let's throw the spear.
Throw it and do what now? What about chasing goblins?
Okay, she's chasing a goblin. He's not going to outrun her for long. He's got.
This is
Kind of
definitely
little
not a
legs.
goblin. He's definitely. Would you knock it off? We're gonna go out in a minute. Jesus.
14.
14. That's actually a hit. You run up and you throw that javelin.
That is a 6 plus 2. That's an 8.
You nail him good. He staggers and stumbles off the side.
Off the side of the cliff? Or...
Off the side of the cliff, and he goes out of your view.
Well, I'll still be able to get to him.
If he's still
Not
there
this
next
round,
round.
but
I think it completes everything. Next round, despite the guys going after him, the goblins would be goblin-like people the still living ones are definitely still looking like goblins, and they are exiting the battlefield. And Bryn, the two behind you are so freaked out by what you did to their friend, they 86 out of there really quick. Are you going to try to go after them
I'm
with 1 hit point?
going. Well, that doesn't bother me. If they, I heard someone yell my name first,
Uh-huh.
or I mean my race first. But being the only of that race, I will take. I figure they're talking about me, so I'll take a quick look back first
Yeah,
to see if I can see what they're motioning for.
you hear Gabi screaming from there, and you can see Lyra bent over somebody, and then you see Gabi waving his arms crazily.
So is she bent over them unnaturally, or she bent over them because she's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Do what now?
Huh? What?
Do what now? I'm sorry.
She is not trying to get frisky with the dying
Oh.
kid.
Well, I didn't do that. I am.
It's
I'm
more
thinking-
like a hey.
Okay,
bent
so
over.
if she sees that she needs help, she's like, "God fucking damn it! I could have killed these goblins." Okay, so she makes her way over to Lyra as quickly as she can, so that she can heal her.
Okay.
I don't know how long that'll take.
I'm gonna.
I guess next round.
She can bounce down. Is Barbara gonna try to chase after that guy?
Yes.
Get him. You still have
She
your.
didn't get
Oh,
that far just to be
Okay,
like, yeah, never mind.
give me a Constitution check.
And she could
or-
probably squeeze between the tree and the cliff right there. Like,
Okay, well, he has moved. He's about 30 feet from you, and you're going to give chase.
yes.
You're going to give chase. He's galloping along pretty good. You get within 20 feet of him. We're going to go back to everybody else who's dealing
I'll
with
holler
other
for the dog to come with me too.
The dog's like, God, I just want to take a nap. The dog's gonna come up, running back. He's got to catch back up. But combat's ended for everybody else. Bryn, you managed to get back. You see Pyle laying there, not looking so good. You see the kid looking really bad.
Gabi's like, the kid, he takes shadow magic. He's dying. Do magic stuff. He needs magic healing.
The kid being Pyle.
No,
He's like, not that idiot, this idiot.
and I was like, don't call my son an idiot. And then Gunther says, he's not.
Yeah, like,
Oh, and he
He's
bites
an
his-
idiot.
Wait, I thought Lyra was the one in trouble.
No, Lyra is trying to help. She's bending over somebody.
She's trying to get him to, like, hey, fight it off, wake up.
Yeah, she's
Hey,
like,
She's like slapping him.
wake
this
up, you
help?
pussy.
Does
Wake up,
this
you
help?
pussy.
Does this help?
Stay with me. Don't die, bitch. Yeah.
Only
Okay, well,
pussy's not
she'll-
shadow magic.
she'll cast a healing spell on the kid.
Okay, roll me a.
6 points of damage. 6 points of damage. 6 points of damage. I inflict damage.
You
Um,
kill him. He's dead.
Does he
Yes.
live?
You lay your hands upon him, speaking to your deity, as you cast Cure Light Wounds, and you can see his body visibly relax as the healing energy pulses through his body and at least stabilizes him.
Okay, so he's at least stabilized.
He's stabilized.
Then I will quickly look around at all my group members to see that all my group members are stabilized. Are they all the ones
everybody's-
that are up?
Pyle is still down. He's still
Yep.
very fucked up.
Then I'll move over to Pyle and I'll
Okay.
cast a cure on him. And he gets back 6. Oh, well, there you go.
You
6
lay
for
hands
you.
on him, and he feels the love from you.
And then is anyone else?
Generally, everybody. Fizz is a little bit hurt, but he's not too
Yeah,
bad.
I don't care.
Fuck
He's
the
not
gnome.
unconscious. I don't care. I'm going to heal myself because I'm at 1 hit point.
Yeah,
So
good, because a sniper the goblin takes a shot at you.
Yeah.
Like
well, if he manages to hit,
No.
excellent job on him. Because he rolled pretty damn high. But I got 7 back for me, and I've got a bunch of 1 hit. I've got 3 1 hit point cures, so
Okay.
I use those as well. So I'll get 10 back. total.
Damn. Wait, you're using what did you use?
The one hit point cures.
The first
From,
aid kits?
No, from actually I will use those. I will use 2 bandages. No, I will use 2 bandages on myself.
You can use 1 bandage that would stop the bleeding and stabilize the wounds. Then you could.
Okay.
If you're gaming the system, you would roll like 1d2, then do cast wounds on top of that.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
I will just heal myself however I can. Whatever you say I'm allowed to do.
I'll say this much: we're not going to see more combat tonight. I'll give you 12 hit points right now.
Fair enough.
Lyra, Barbara, you're chasing this magic guy through the wilderness. What are you trying to do? He's bleeding.
Catch him. Kill him. Stop him. Whatever.
Okay,
Send the dog after him to trip him. I don't care.
Give me a Constitution check as you're running because you are tired. You have been through a lot.
14.
Yeah, you start gaining on him. Are you going to try to subdue him or kill him outright?
We'll go for subdue first.
Okay, try to give me a hit on him.
That's a 20.
And you're trying to subdue him. How are you trying to subdue him?
Kind of like push him as he's running.
You're gonna leap up. You're gonna fist him.
But, well, yeah. I mean, maybe knock him in the back of the head. I don't know.
Wow. So this guy gets fisted.
For 32 points of damage.
Bludgeoning crystal. Roll me a d10.
6.
Roll me a percentile.
60.
I think your maximum damage would be 1d2 plus strength bonus.
Oof.
So roll it, which is almost enough to kill him. So so it's gonna be what is your strength bonus? Since you're not
Plus
telling
2.
me to, so you crash into him with both fists, doing 4 hit points of damage. You cause him moderate injury, and he falls and stumbles. He's down, and he looks up at you, rolling over. He's bleeding, and he's grabbing for his ribs, like, you bitch, you broke my ribs. And he says this, the shadowy energy that had been wrapped around him dissipates and poofles into thin air, and you see a gray-haired man looking up at you, is sneering at you. And on that note, at the 3 hour and 39 minute and 36 second mark, I think we're going to leave it there as you're standing over him as the dog gets ready to nom him, to give him incentive not to flee. Does that sound good all to you?
Sure.
I mean, if we hadn't gone on the shoe hunt, we'd probably continue a little further than this. But we went on a shoe hunt, and there we go. So I want to thank everybody for...
You knew we'd do it.
Yep. You went on a shoe hunt because you encouraged it.
I did not encourage it. Just because there's weird shit in the woods.
You don't put like 5,000 hints at shoes, and then like...
You put it there.
I don't know why anyone would think I would go check for shoes. Why would they do that?
I want to see if you're dumb enough to follow a bunch of damn shoes.
You knew we were.
I want to thank everybody for that, and for viewing and the subs and all that good stuff. On that
Note.
No, on that fisting bombshell. Good night.